to Yuri again. And what that actually is that Yuri and Atu are turning. It doesn't really move. It's just that they're turning and rotating, so we see them at a different angle.
Thank
But
you, Blackberries.
Hey,
the skull
Blackberry.
effort is in between, and that is why we're getting fresh views of her
Oh my
again, or
gosh.
it.
Maria.
Thank you, Blackberries.
Thank
Thank you. As you can tell, I'm the one in the middle. That's me. Oh my gosh. Look at her.
I'm kind of vibing with the one on the right.
The right. Yeah.
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 Thank
Too
you,
cute.
Blackberry.
They're all cute. Cute. And Maria as well. Surprise.
Hey, Maria.
Good to
Hey,
see
Maria.
you.
Thank you, Maria.
As well.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know, Maria, thank you for the
The
advice.
Chippy.
I love this one. Maria, thank you for the advice that you gave me the other day when you texted me. I've actually looked into it, and you're right. There is a correlation between that and my poetic nerve thing. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh, is she cute? Little mittens. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. That
Yeah.
helps a lot, really. Really, really.
It's like you caught her personality right there.
I know.
Alexandra, I could not agree more. Humans aren't really curious anymore. They believe they already know everything. That's our problem now.
I think the
Look
cell
there.
phone is going to be a good thing and a bad thing, and I think currently, have you ever my daughters occasionally like to watch the police videos where people get arrested for misbehaving,
I watched
and
it.
when the police take people's phones away from them when they're getting handcuffed,
Oh yeah,
they literally have
They
this
freak out.
shit like a 5-year-old child. My phone, and so.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think people are
they're not even
seriously
worried that they're
addicted
about to get
to their
arrested. They're more worried about their freaking phone. I've seen those videos.
Well, I hate
Absolutely.
to
Like
say
you know you're gonna
The
you're
brains are
going into a cell right now, right? You should not be
Well,
worried about your
I hate to say it, but the generations of parents these days that give their kids devices before
Nope.
they're 2-year-olds are actually retarding their growth. There is scientific papers
Right.
suggesting
Social skills.
that they are cutting off the logical side of their brain. And because this is why children are now turning up to school at 5-year-old, they can't write their name and they're not even
Right.
toilet trained.
It's very sad.
Yeah,
Mine and
my
Chris's
girls have
generation-
horrible handwriting.
Mine and Chris's generation, me and Chris come from a special generation where we're actually the last generation that actually got to play outside and watch
Right.
the internet emerge. I think what was it, my junior year, my sophomore year when the internet started coming out. So we had an entire childhood, right?
Like-
Yuri.
Are you
And-
in your
I'm 43.
40s?
I'm
40s?
43.
Okay.
So I was
I'm
born
just
in
curious.
82.
Right.
43.
And I know you were born in
Well, how old are we?
82,
the
right? You were born in
babies,
82,
like
right? I believe.
82.
Me and you are the
Like
same
my
age.
my kids are in their 30s from 30 to 37, 38. And they had a taste. Like Taylor still agonizes over his childhood, wishing it could be like it used to be.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and him seeing what it is now and already knowing what's gonna the plan. And yeah, it's just heart wrenching for him. People who had a taste in it see it diminished.
I love all of those videos on
We
YouTube
have-
where children
we
of
have-
the 70s out riding their bikes in the teenage years and their clothing and their hairstyles.
You did.
And then there's
what?
always these guys that say, back then the stupid kids got removed from the gene pool. And I love those because I chuckle because, we used to, our parents would go outside and play and come
Oh, wow.
back when the street lights come on.
Mhm.
And there was no supervision. We're riding our bicycles over ramps and breaking our legs and getting concussions and
You had
ripping
to
the
figure
crap out of
things for
ourselves.
yourself. You had to figure things out for yourself, Sam. So it gave
Yeah.
us those motor skills.
Yellow
those
Moon
motor
and Saturn.
skills that a lot of people
The
don't
commercial.
have. Sam, so my car has one of those weird door handles in the back, right? It has
You have to push it in.
the door handle's a little high, right? And it's a little, it's just different,
Wrong.
right? But It's a little,
It's
it's a
wrong.
little high. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It might, for a second, be like, okay, it's not over here, but there's four sides. It has to be here somewhere, right? I swear, like every freaking day, I have to point it out every day.
You
I'm
need a
like,
sticker with an
man,
arrow.
but I've noticed the difference. I've noticed that older generations find it, might take them a second, but they find it. But the younger generation completely seems to be dumbfounded by something that isn't already programmed into their mind, that they get
Not
stuck.
rocket science.
Like they just get stuck on a simple little problem. And it's
These are the
honestly,
people.
it's gotten so annoying sometimes that I'm like, just figure it out. I just let them there for a little while.
They have a
I'm like,
history
just
kit
figure it
over
out.
it and they can't find it.
And they can't
Oh, the
find it.
world's ending.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And what happens is that they
Wow.
get frustrated, right? So the other day, I was like, I just got on my phone acting like I didn't see them, right? I'm like, God, you got to figure this out, dude. Like, you got to figure it out, right? They didn't. And then they started walking away. So I ended up opening it from the inside, and I'm like, dude, you guys can't just quit when things get a little different and a little complicated. You know, like this is a very simple problem. What if it was something bigger, like maybe your water pipes at home, so something bigger that requires a little bit more motor function and brain function.
Mum and Dad'll fix it for me.
Yeah.
Mummy will fix it. Mummy will fix
Entitled.
it. It'll be all right.
I hate to say that, but yeah, you know,
We're living in a Google generation where people think that everything can be Googled. And then, like I was saying recently, there's only so much that you can learn from a book. Books are, I'm not saying they're not. Here's my personal opinion of
Theory.
books. I feel
Can't
like
answer it.
it's information that I have to rely on somebody else's opinion of. But I'm nothing against reading books, right? But there's only so much that you can learn from a book. You know, one of the best classrooms is going outside and experiencing the world around you. Most
Even
people
books
don't
can be edited.
Yeah.
most
Oh,
people
yeah,
don't know the
like, I
difference
mean,
between east
Wow, how
and
many
west.
times have we
I can't tell
exposed
you how
that
often
one?
I give people directions and I use east or west, and they're like, "You mean that direction?" I'm like, yeah, that direction." I'm like,
Yeah,
"No."
that west. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that way.
come on, like we can't just rely on.
Let me test
Second
what the
information.
poll is like today.
Wow,
you
look at
mentioned to
those two.
somebody, it's over in the sky, and they go, "Which direction is the east?"
Oh no.
That east.
Yeah, yeah, and well, these are the people that are going to be taking care of us when we're old, and
No, they won't.
you guys on that.
They'll put us in nursing homes.
Yeah,
But
that's an
What
old-
bed? Like
that's
what
the
pair of
asteroid.
knickers?
By the way, that black dot is the Empire orb or Norway spiral orb, whatever you want to call it. But it was intermittent,
Isn't
and
that
this, of
thing
course,
that's
is
behind the
pre
moon?
2019. I didn't hear what you said, Jillian. Say that again.
Isn't it that thing that's behind the moon?
Yeah, I've been wondering if that's where they've been parking it, but I mean, because we can't explain the yellow object on the moon. It doesn't fit in our design at all, other than maybe that's where they're parking the Norway Spiral Empire or whatever you want to call it.
Every now and then.
I think they're
yeah.
not parking. Now remember, they had that emergency moonshot thing that happened here beginning of the end of the last month there, and we haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
And they had that flight booked for September, and then with the advent of 3i Atlas, all of a sudden, and the passing and the transitions, I think they're in dire panic mode. And unfortunately, with the current temperament of the world, I don't think we're going to get along with our overlords, our Federation forces, let alone the Nibiruans or Anunnaki, whatever you want to call them. I don't think we're certainly going to get along, and that's not a good thing.
No.
But in certain ways, I kind of wish they would invade just to wipe the slate clean so we could start all over and get rid of this unbelievably corrupt worldwide banking system that we've got going. The billionaires and the multi-billionaires that have so much, while we have to struggle for 2 jobs just to eat. And
Oh,
you're
man.
going to see a lot of folks, a lot of senior citizens that are going to be turned out of their homes. Now, even a couple of
Oh,
years ago, and it
God.
still didn't even get topic to the news. You know, Louisiana cut Medicare and cut Medicaid to so many seniors. They were evicting people out of senior citizens' homes, and they were left
No
to their
New
way.
families.
Zealand.
Yeah. Yes.
And you never heard anything about it after that. But it was this massive number of people statewide thrown out of their retirement homes where they used to feel safe. And that, guess what, people? That's going to happen to all of us. Every freaking one of us. What we're seeing is an entire movement in fascism. Freaking World War II. And if you don't know World War II and what happened with Hitler, I know very well because my father, my dad, was in a slave labor camp
Ugh.
from World War II, and they took him out of Holland from in front of a movie theater, and they put him into Poland slave labor camps. So if you don't think that's going to happen to you, it is. It's coming, people, and it's damn well our thing to stop it. We cannot
New
let
Zealand.
this get any further.
New
have
Zealand
to
just
go.
went through a housing crash too. People are losing their homes.
Yes. Oh, cars. You wouldn't believe how many cars are being repossessed because people can't even afford to pay their car payments. And not only that, there's a huge series of cars for the last 3 years. All these new SUVs, they're worth shit 5 minutes out of the dealership.
I've been telling
They can't
people
even
don't
pay
buy
for them before they break down.
cars. Any cars past 2020, mid 2020, don't buy it. Buy anything
They're
before
garbage.
like my car's a 2019, amazing car. Anything from that year, 10 years back, don't buy anything
Well,
new because these
guys,
new cars.
our system is broken. Everything is broken. Everything is
Yeah, that's
insane. We
But
got to
that's-
stop this. Go ahead,
But
Tom.
that's the plan of the elites. So that's not something that'll happen spontaneously. That's the plan.
Right.
And they know all the stuff and they're planning this, like the food and the wars and destroying the society and all of this. So this is the plan behind this because they know what's happened and they know about the catastrophe. For example, we're talking
they've
not
known
about
about it.
the catastrophe. Go on, sorry.
It's coming. It's coming. Well, this is why they put the DUMBs, people. And those things are stocked to the hilt, and they're massive, and they're huge, and they're way underground. I know for a fact I've been in one. I gave up my golden ticket, people, to warn you. So, damn it, listen. I mean, my friends here are all sitting in front of you, stacked up here on the left-hand side of your screen, and every one of these guys knows about my abilities. I'm not trying to brag here. I'm trying to show you and warn you.
What were
Okay.
you saying about
Correct.
chicken, Sam?
I was smelling fried chicken.
That was me.
Oh,
was
there
it?
you go.
Yeah.
Live
I
on
was
camera,
just smelling
guys. Another prediction right there.
He was
Yeah,
like
and,
chicken,
you know,
and
I'll
I
never
never
forget-
said a
I'll never
word. I
forget
can go and
Jesus.
get you the chicken. I can get you the chicken body. It's in tin foil in the stove.
Well, I love the show where Jesus had meatballs for lunch, and he had them over. And I was like, why do I keep smelling meatballs? And it was overpowering, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I again, I'm not trying to my remote viewing, and this is part of the change as of February. I told everybody that the rules have changed a little bit. Okay, now I am telling you that I am a damn good remote viewer, and I wasn't bragging about it before, and I'm not bragging about it now. I am just telling you the facts, people. I am darn good at what I can do, and my drawings show you that I've been doing it for a decade, people. You can't be this accurate for a decade. You can't pull this rabbit out of the hat. This is real. You have to listen to my warning. I've been screaming this for 16 years, people. This shit is happening, and you have to prepare for it. If you have a family, oh my God, if you live on the West Coast right now, move. If you're in Texas, in the western half of Texas, there's a huge oil problem, the polluting and toxifying groundwater in western Texas. There's pipes leaking everywhere, and if you're getting ground well water, don't drink it. Don't bathe in it. It's full of radioactive, all kinds of, you wouldn't believe, because they, in their effort to the Permian or something, oil fields. Let me look up the name of that again.
Sam, I'm going to cross the line here.
Go ahead.
How long have we got?
Well, I really okay, and I hate giving too far
5 to
advanced
10.
predictions. I really think
I-
that this summer. Go ahead, Thomas.
I just want to say, I think, in my opinion, 5 to 10 years, so in maximum. So the catastrophe is
Well,
going
I
worse and worse.
I think we're going to really, really drastically see it this summer. I think there's going to be.
I agree. I think 2020
Yes,
is going to be a
but
wake
I'm talking about the maximum. With 5 to 10 years, I'm talking about the maximum. So not
Yeah.
to see this year. Of course, you're right, this year, but
conservative
maximum, and then
within
Let's
5
also
to
go
10
into the
years,
Chinese
Thomas,
New Year. Well, let's talk about the message of the Chinese New Year. This is the year of the fire horse, people.
I'm a fire horse.
And so,
So that's
but okay, but you're
60
taking that
years.
symbolism.
That's great.
But what if
Wow.
this is actually a description of something that's going to occur in the sky?
Yeah.
That's why it's
absolutely
called
right.
fire horse, guys. Fire horse.
Right. This is, and this is following up. And remember, there was the gray dragon, and the prior to that was the year of the dragon. So, people, this is, the Chinese New Year's. There, all of this symbolism is for a damn important reason. But I'm pretty damn sure that 2026 midsummer. Now, remember, even if you go back to May and April of last year in the Midwest, they had those huge tornado events. That weather like we've never seen in our entire lives before.
Yeah.
And it's immediately forgotten. Did you guys
Well,
remember
look
it?
at what
I
used to be
do.
Portugal and Spain. They've never had tornadoes before.
Yeah,
I've never
coastal
been
flooding,
flooded like this before either.
the volcanoes
No.
all over the planet. The Axiom Seamount is about to erupt many years early. There's so much going on. I mean, Sicily, Camp
Landslide,
all of that
Italy.
stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
Italy. Santorini
Can't be
is lining up.
Flagree and those burning
That's-
fields.
Volcanoes going
Right.
crazy. Iceland, Kilauea.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Did you see Kilauea this week? Wow. This was
Massive.
it was like 400. It was like a 40-story building high.
Yeah.
Spewing
up.
of lava like it's a squirt gun.
Yep.
And so
Non-stop.
our planetary magma pressure all over the planet is insane. Look at the Ring of Fire; it's insane. Our weather patterns, it's insane. People, I
Sam,
really think that 2026 is going to be devastating.
Sam, all this entire year, and I'm noticing now, because now I understand that it's actually real. What I've been noticing a lot of the ground shaking beneath me. Now for a while I was like thinking, it's probably this, it's probably that, it's probably the house settling, but it's not. Because recently what's happening is that I'm getting really disoriented when it happens.
Oh, wow.
I get very disoriented, and I have to sit down. Like I literally have to sit down. I've caught myself a few times where I'm like,
It's called radiation.
I
sickness.
feel everything shaking, and I mean just very subtle, nothing too obvious. But
Sharon,
it is my belief
we're
that all of
experiencing
us.
that up here in Utah and Montana. There's a hum vibration and there's ground movement, and like the truck stop here in Lolo, their doors kept breaking in. Their parking lot is cracking up because my area, Lolo Peak, I live at the edge of Lolo Peak. I'm at the bottom of it, and this vibration in the Rockies right now, I think is what Jesus is describing. I think the Rocky Mountains are moving. I think there's lava flowing
That's
underground.
what I was getting at, Sam. Is that there's way
Arizona,
more
California,
There's way
Baja,
more
Washington
tectonic
State.
plate movement than they're letting us know. Than it's
Yeah,
being
oh yeah, they're
reported much more. Much more.
you can look
It
that up.
has been
because
happening all year long, and it's just getting worse. It's getting worse, and I
Right.
feel like some of us are actually sensitive enough to actually feel these
Right, to
things.
feel it.
And I feel lately like I just it's undeniable. Like it's undeniable what's happening.
All you have to
because-
do is watch an apocalypse video on YouTube, and then we've got half the symptoms going on right now, people. And if you're not smart enough to listen to this information and get the precursor warning, red flag, people, I'm warning you, and I don't do this very often. And this is the change to the rules as of February. I am warning you that we are in deep shit, Sally. and you guys have got to pay attention. Now, don't go crazy and charge up your credit cards or anything like that. Think, well, I won't have to pay it back. Well, it's not that soon, but you need to start, bug out gear and having empty containers for water and buckets in case you have to carry water from the nearest river. Which, my God, who would want to drink that? And then even think about a way to boil that stuff down so you could actually consume it, including distillery tablets and all of that. I'm reading.
Learn distillation, guys. Learn distillation.
Mm-hmm.
Good boots, good gloves, good winter coats. Dress for both extremes. I mean, what if we are headed into I don't believe we're headed into an ice age anytime soon, but we got to plan for extremes.
Well, are we technically coming out of our last ice age, Sam?
Yeah, we're still on the warm up. Yeah, we're our melt off was 12,000 years ago.
But I have a question. I have some do research of the last cycle and the cycle before. So if you look up 9,000 years before Jesus Christ, so there was a huge problem on planet Earth because it's got to heat up about in Celsius. I don't know in Fahrenheit. It's about 5 to 10 Celsius, so maybe 20 or 30 Fahrenheit. And after they got a volcano eruption, and then they get the cold winter, including the heat up and the complete planet destroyed. And this is only 9,000 before Christ. So think about it. It could be possible happen this time too. So
well, they say the Younger Dryas was 12,000 years ago, and they said what led us out of that ice age was the impact that happened up in the belt in America and Greenland, where it all split up, and that was the start of the melting of the ice, because it actually changed our trajectory when it did it. So
wow.
And that's called in the rocks, and this is why I sit here and say science can back that up, because only meteor impact create zircon crystals, and all through that area is zircon crystals.
Right. Not only that, there is in Coral Sea records, there is a red iron ore dust that they were linking to Africa, but it's not even the same stuff. And that happens every 4,000 years, people. And everybody, there's still a lot of people on the internet worrying about the iron dust that Nibiru, quote unquote, is putting off, and that's not what happens. The iron oxide dust that comes from the Nibiru system comes from Isatum, the red planet.
Is it really toxic to us, Sam? Because another thing that I've noticed, Sam, over the last month, and again, I don't make up my mind. I kind of look how the pattern kind of develops at some before I actually kind of see something like, oh shit, there is a correlation here. What I've noticed, the outside air is making me so sick. It is making me so sick. When I get and I know here where I am, we have a lot of factors. So we have the Great Salt Lake is drying up. So
I will go have a look right now,
right,
and look at the atmosphere.
We have the winter inversion that plays a big part as well. But it's never been this bad, Sam. Like, it is so bad lately that I have to recirculate the air in my car. Otherwise, I can't get through my work day. That bad.
Do you have on your weather app a pollution index meter?
We do have one, but honestly, I don't. I know that we have one here, a local one, because even we have silver alerts. We have all these alerts when it comes, because the air quality here is a big deal. So we do that. But I've lived here 6 years. I have never felt as sick just from being outside the way I have this last.
There is a new green cloud on the chem cycle that I've never seen before. It is covering from middle Canada all the way to the Yucatan Peninsula and entirely over the United States, centering over the top of New York City and going over to Asia and Europe. It's all literally from Germany all the way through Russia. There are major outputs going on in chemical or carbon dioxide in Indonesia. Now remember, Mayan last week or the week before blew out this huge amount of carbon dioxide and sulfur that they've never seen the like of. And they actually put out for the entire Malaysia region an air quality warning that everyone should stay inside and actually breathe through an N95 mask.
That's why
So-
they suspended all the flights from Indonesia. That's what we were talking
Right.
about the other day, Thomas.
Yes.
The salt
And over those
smell.
Malaysian islands right now, they're dark on the chem meter. Now, I didn't
Yeah,
go
wow.
into the particulate meter. That's two different things. But I've never seen these green blobs before. And literally
Uh-huh.
over the top of the entire United States is this new green blob. I've never seen it before. It was usually orange-based or dark brown, but there's green blobs over populated, serious, large countries that I've never seen before, ever. So
That's very scary.
yeah, and I've been I check it
Population's being
regularly.
affected.
I check. You know, that's that Null School. Let me get everybody out there at that location. It's HTTPS semicolon / or / earth.nullschool.net. Earth.nullschool. Null school is one word. .net. And that is the one I regularly use to watch the jet streams, the overall things going on in the planet. And there's many selections in the lower left-hand corner. It says Earth with these 3 lines. If you click on that, it'll give you adjustments through all kinds of things that you can use. The jet stream around Antarctica right now is insane. I've never seen it so big. It's absolutely insane.
Well,
And if you want information about that, go back to some of our previous shows where we talk more about it.
Did you see that clip where they were saying the whole over Antarctica? Did anybody else see
Yeah.
that?
I want to say hi
Yeah,
to David.
that's what I
Hey,
was just
David.
looking at.
David.
It's an
And-
empty hole.
Rebrand.
The jet stream used to be rotational just over the land edges. And there's one pretty much mostly oval, no issue jet stream over Antarctica for years. And now within the
Yeah.
last 3 to 4 years, it has expanded and it gotten way bigger. Now, I've still got it up, and so I can. It is extending all the way to southern Australia, over the top of New Zealand. It is
Yep.
covering the tip of South America, and it is reaching to. There's a weird rotational low over the bottom of South Africa. Perhaps Audrey knows about that. They're probably getting some unbelievable weather that's reaching all the way coming from South America, which is unusual. That's anti-trade wind. Now, we talked about last week. We talked about the Sahara Desert, and the jet stream is now going over the Sahara Desert, people. And usually it used to be over Europe. Now we have a dual winter jet coming into Europe from Hudson Bay, and then everything off the Mediterranean, everything, not the Caribbean, not the Mediterranean. The weather is running over the top of the Yucatan from the Pacific into the Atlantic, and then going from the Atlantic all the way across, which is anti-trade winds for this time of year, off the coast of Africa, going over the Sahara Desert, all the way up into Yemen and Ethiopia and all of that, and then splitting off into middle Russia, and then over India, and then over southern China, and back into China again, and over now Japan. Oh my God, those people have 12 feet of snow in northern islands of Japan. And then it takes it goes up across the Atlantic Ocean, and then it goes jack crazy shit weird thing, splits up, and there's a weird thing going off in the Gulf of Alaska, off from Hawaii to Alaska. The jet stream is peeling straight north, going up over the tip of Kamchatka in Russia, and then back down in through over the top of Alaska, barreling over around a low that's parked offshore of Vancouver, and then over Washington State, Montana, etc. So yeah, this is a freaky jet stream going on. So you're going to get Arctic cold, by the way. You're going to get a nasty snowstorm, Rebecca, this week.
No, what? No.
Yeah, you're going to get cold again. Snow.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
because
gonna
I
get
was just
winter again.
looking at the weather before the show. It shows the next 3 nights it's going to get down below freezing, and then we're
Right,
back
you
up
get
into the 70s on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
the cold spell is coming.
Wow.
But what's happening, Now, again, people freaked out in Jamaica because it got so cold. They've never in their lifetime ever seen it that cold in Jamaica. Falling iguanas and everything.
Rocking back and forth is what's
orange juice prices are going to go skyrocket next year because all the orange trees in Florida got frozen again this year, and they don't even mention that anymore. Thank you, Audrey. South Africa's weather is a total mess right now. Well, I can see why, because you got a huge jet stream going over the top of you that's affiliated with Antarctica, which is not even remotely normal, people. And I've been watching the weather for many, many years. Remember, I used to record the Weather Channel on VHS. That's how many years I've been watching the
It
weather.
doesn't get any nerdier than that, Sam, but we're all nerds here too. So
yeah, people, you gotta listen.
The thing is, I used to watch that channel all the time. Like
I left it running in my living room.
I was on to it. They used to have this little thing where they had like a tornado, extreme weather little segment.
Morning watch. Yeah, I watch morning. They have machinery for the whole United States where you can actually, and I encourage anyone that lives in any tornado or severe weather central United States eastward to get one of those warning systems that are not connected to the power. They're battery operated and they've got emergency mode. Ryan Hall, y'all sells some of them. But if you don't have one in your home and you live literally from Colorado east, get one. You need it because this year you're going to see extreme storms like we've never seen before. And here's why. The moisture from the Gulf of Mexico is meeting that cold Arctic blast that's running down, and then they're smacking together. And now that is going to happen again this week over the top of you, Rebecca. It won't be so bad for Oklahoma, but by Missouri, Illinois, and Ohio and all of, they had a huge storm event yesterday and the day before. And that, of course, did not make the news. Now, what's going to hit? It's going to go all the way up to the East Coast this week, like Thursday. And then it's going to be a big nor'easter and a really extreme weather bomb cyclonic event. A low pressure system is going to form, which is what a bomb cyclone is. That means the mean behind that's one of the new terms they've come up with. What happens is the barometer drops 25 points within a 24-hour period, and that's what they call a bomb cyclone, because it bombs down from 10,000 or from 100 and some odd millibars. I can't talk. 100 millibars, and it drops, 1,000 earth the brain, 1,000 millibars down to 950, 940. Now, when you get to 930 millibars, you've got a hurricane. And there are,
in other words, what Sam's trying to say is the pressure, the incoming pressure, is pushing down so much it's compressing everything, which actually makes everything so much colder and more reactive
and more volatile. Yes.
Well, how does that pressure affect us, Sam? Because lately I've also been having these freaking pressure headaches that are just absolutely
sinus headaches. It'll affect your sinuses. My ears have been ringing for 3 days, and I can't hear anything. People are talking to me. I'm going, "What? My ears are ringing so loud I can't hear you." And that's right now, even including right now. I got my volume turned up because my ears are ringing so loud, and I don't have tinnitus per se. These are the planets. I hear this shit, people. And again, you need to listen to me. I am not some crackpot. I'm not some crazy guy. I have so much science under my belt, people, that we have thousands and thousands and thousands of members around the world, all working for you.
I used a quote on Rebecca's live the other day. I want everyone to remember this quote. It's from Mark Twain. I had to leave an education to gain my education.
Oh my gosh, that is
very true. Yeah, I've done more education after school than prior to school, because I will freely admit I got caught up in the Y2K thing, and I bought way too much food, and I almost knocked over my coffee there. Doing hand gestures. Stop talking with your hands, Sam. Anyway, I went crazy, and I was all worried about the reality of the possibility of the Y2K computer shutdown, because believe it or not, I kind of expect man to screw up, because they don't focus on things that are important. They focus on. I mean, God, could you guys imagine where we would be if we didn't spend all of this money on weaponry?
Ugh,
Can
And we
you imagine
started
what
back
kind
in
of a life?
2000.
If,
We
and
started
all of-
25 years ago.
yeah, if they'd have told us in the '80s that this was coming, we'd be in a completely different world. We would be different, but we have these paranoid leaders ruling through fear.
But
gotta
Sam,
stop
here's my opinion, Sam. I'm kind of with Rebecca. I think that all of this is planned out so methodically because it's happened so many times. How often do you think we've been?
Well, yeah.
You know
This
what I
is
mean?
not
Like
their
the powers,
rodeo.
the powers that be, I think pass on this knowledge from generation to generation,
I
and
think this is
bloodlines
why,
and stuff. So all
uh,
this has been repeated over and over because
with one
3,000
exception.
years sounds like a long time, but in cosmic time, it's actually not that long.
Well, with one exception, this has happened so many times over and over, cycle after cycle. 5,304 years ago, with 2 cycles ago, and you had another 3,654. Then you got 7,000, whatever.
Yep.
The thing that's different this time, people, is 3i Atlas, because there is a decree now. The off-world information from the Pleiadian, he told me that there is a decree this time, and this goes with what Thomas says all the time and with what Jesus says, is that some of us are going to evolve forward. Yet what you have to realize is that the Nibiru civilization, the big, our other larger half, we're on factory colony planet Earth, but the bigger other solar system that is responsible for putting us here and all the ramifications that goes along with that. This is the decree that this cycle is going to be different. And I believe that is what 3i Atlas is coming in and making sure of. And believe it or not, people, there are people on 3i Atlas. This is a huge plan. There is so much in the works. It goes beyond the United Nations. It goes beyond anything you could talk about, the environmental protection or the banking industry or anything. This is way bigger what's going on.
Sam,
Astroclip.
Say hi to Jerry real quick. Jerry.
hey, Jerry.
Hey.
Sam, in your Facebook Messenger, I sent you a clip of the latest Avi Loeb release and how he was just about to write or just submitted a paper for peer review, and it got knocked back, and they told him, we're not going to publish it unless you remove one line in there, and that was suggesting that Atlas was an extraterrestrial craft. They refused to publish his paper because of one line.
I got a message from JD, and he wants feedback on a video he sent me. So, Rebecca, I'm going to copy it and send it to you. JD, I hope you are watching the show, and we'd love to have you on, even for just you to say hi for 5 minutes. So, JD is a good old friend up there. Is it Kansas or Nebraska? Where, Rebecca?
He's in Kansas, Wichita.
He's in Kansas. Okay.
Yep.
I'm typing back to him. Let me grab a copy of this video, and then because it's cool looking, I have not seen it yet, but I am going to click on it and I'll send you a copy.
Yep. Alrighty.
Oh, interesting. Wow, that looks almost That's really cool. I don't know even what to say about, but he wants feedback, so I will send that to you.
Okay.
In
All right.
PM. Oh, yeah, I didn't click the wrong button this time. I do that. I clip myself out of the show by trying to remove the screen. All right.
Have you?
Sending it to you now.
I don't know what.
It's a really interesting, very bright prism rainbow going across the sky in a straight line.
Wow.
I could share it with
I
the show.
think Jesus just sent me that. Yeah. Here, let me look and see.
Yeah, Chris said that if there's no AI detected.
Send it to me. Right. I did check it. It said it. The results. I'll show you here. Let me pull it up on the screen. I'll show you.
I figured I'd throw that in front of the panel because JD wanted to know my opinion, but I think all of our opinion is how we do things.
Well, he said that he sent it to all of us. But I wanted to check it for AI first. I sent it to Chris to see what he thought.
Yeah, it's no AI, it said.
That's what I got too.
Well, it really looks like a laser shaft.
It's
I'm
interesting.
thinking some kind of show, but here, bear with me.
Well,
Right?
it doesn't go all the way across the sky. It goes across most of the sky. I've not seen anything like that. It does
But
look
never.
ground based.
I
It
mean,
looks like it's
laser
coming off
light
the
show
ground.
or
God, my ears are
wonder-
ringing. Wow.
where this was. There's no details about it.
It's like somebody turned off my left ear.
It's like an alarm bell going off all the time.
Well, I was looking into some of the new harmonic weaponry that is said to be in the arsenal of many different governments. And that was also what they had to do with that shutting down of the airport in Texas last week. But I'm wondering if we are getting bombarded with certain harmonics that are screwing with us on another level. And I don't,
If
I
you
don't
want-
think it's actually just me. I think it might be a lot of us. Because I watched
If
a lot of people at the store the other day. They were fumbling and stumbling and knocking things over, and so was I. And we were all
If
acting
you want to
weird.
learn more about the technologies they're using, look up a lady called Sabrina Wallace, who was actively involved in these programs and knows quite a bit about WABAN, which is Wireless Area Network, and then BAN, which is Body Area Network, and how they know how to hack into our bio systems,
Right.
our biofields.
Well,
Mess with your
humans
frequency.
do have a inlaid off switch. By design, we were created. Yeah, look at that.
That is
It's almost like a rainbow.
that
Yeah,
is
it's too
interesting.
straight to be the
Yeah,
spiral
really-
asteroid.
I thought initially AI, but
Well, oh, hey, I got an idea. What if that's the side edge of a Saturn?
I was going to say, it looks like a bottom edge or something.
What if they could see the red?
Someone's
that-
atmosphere.
that looks like
Okay,
a
but
local
I see yellow
illumination
and blue.
on a much closer scale.
What if? Well,
So
remember,
could it
at
be-
nighttime, planets are moving over the top of us, and they keep rotating at night. Not likely to be AI generated.
Wow, so you got the
There
same
you go.
result. You got the same result as crystals. That's two different.
What if? What if that is the bottom edge of a Saturn?
Then a good show is coming.
I wonder
This
where
year.
this was
Oh my
taken.
God.
Where was this? Where was this taken? JD, I hope you're listening to us. If you are, could you tell us if you have any background information where this video was shot and where it
He just messaged me again.
originated from?
He just ran through AI negative on that.
Let me see if I can find the original post. I'll try that.
You should send him a link, Rebecca.
Okay.
Would you like me to send you
Send-
his Facebook link so you can send him a link quickly?
Invite? You want me to send him an invite?
Yeah, send him an invite. See if
Yeah.
he wants to come on the show, even microphone or whatever.
Tell us where he
Let's
got
see.
From.
Here is his Facebook link,
I got it.
and I hope he's watching the show. Okay, all right.
Yep, I got it.
But I figured that was quicker, but you beat me to it. You know me, I'm old and computer slow because remember, people, I started this stuff on a teletype. It goes back to my computer days.
I
Yeah, we
don't
called it a
know.
telex. Telex.
I used to be able to write DOS, and I don't even remember any of it. Nothing.
Yeah, I could
Gone.
write binary.
Yeah, I learned DOS barely, not well, but my brother, my older brother Zen, he sat there and did it forever, and he
My
actually
first
wrote all kinds
computer
of stuff.
program was Lotus 123 for databases.
And I remember that about as well as I remember my French class. And I speak better
Well, that's-
Spanish than I do French, and I never took Spanish class. Speaking of
I
which,
couldn't
hey, dude,
understand.
you're eating, of
how
course,
our
I'm going to catch
laptop-
in your mouth full. What's the Spanish word for the day?
Bugger. Who
I thought it
knows?
was helpful.
My brother just gave me a salmon sandwich that is just unbelievable. But give me
Take
Give
your
me-
time. I'll
give me a
press you
minute.
later.
I'm gonna say asteroid, but I
Really?
think I've already done that one. Let me get back to you.
Okay.
Because it has to be planet, asteroid, whatever related. So
There you go. There you go. In
Okay,
Espanol.
I'm gonna look at the person that posted it, not where where he got it from.
I didn't mean to throw a wrench in the works, but JD
Try
was
it back.
messaging. So, yes, JD, we'd love to have you on the show.
Message. Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent him a link too, just in case.
JD goes way, way, way back into the Montana Skywatcher early days. As a matter of fact, he is literally one of the few first people that I allowed him to post YouTube hunting captures, because we had strict rules. We wanted people's personal captures only for the longest time, and that's back in the Lucinda days. May she rest in peace, and all the way back into God, I can't even think of his name now. Our friend who screwed up the Understanding the Skies series. Now, I know he has probably passed away as well by now. May he rest in peace, even though he's a jerk.
Jamie.
Well, don't speak ill of the dead, but he knew he was proud of being a jerk, wasn't he, Jesus?
absolutely, absolutely. He yeah.
Oh,
he
God.
I
He was
remember when
loud.
you said to
Huh?
me, "Oh, what are you smoking? You must be smoking something for
I,
to say
oh,
that you
yeah,
can
well,
see the ion trails."
I hate when
James had such a horrible life. His mother gave him $10,000 a month
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
for living expenses.
Gee, that's really crap.
Well,
$10,000 a month.
that's interesting
Oh,
that you
I'd be
bring
on
that
a
up,
cruise
Sam,
every month
because,
with that. I'd be off, gone.
Yeah,
you
just
know,
think of many
I've been
places you could go
doing
to.
this. So I was gonna mention is hearing rich people interact. God, they're on a different wavelength. They're completely experience a different world than the rest of us do.
Well, we need to bring
You
that
know
back.
why you
I
Zeus?
think Jamie's a perfect example of that, Sam.
You know why
Money
you
won
Zeus?
and money earned are make two completely different characters.
That's because they've never been humbled.
Right. That's right. That's right. How anybody could ever relate to somebody that's rich or a millionaire, first of all, is insane. And to believe that they can relate to us is also even more insane to me. It just,
That, I think, is the
we
goal of our
experience a completely
lives.
different world.
Tara.
And I'm
Tara.
not- it's not to say that we're better or they're better. It's just we have completely different world experiences and therefore a much different outlook on life.
Well, we're suffering the event of that everybody currently believes that if you're rich, you're successful. Success
Yeah.
in life, people, is
And they
having
are
your
the most
family.
miserable people in the world right now.
Absolutely.
Success is family, an intelligence, a kindness, a humbleness that we learn for ourselves to become better humans. That is success. Because we've
And
looked
health.
inside. Go ahead, Thomas.
And health is also very important. You can't buy health, so you need to protect your body or what you're doing in life. So don't drink so much alcohol, for example, or other stuff. So that's also important. But go on. I just want to say that.
Thank you, Tara. I didn't know Tara was here, but she's
And
here.
coming,
Tara.
from
See you, Tara.
I think she's been popping in and out.
and coming from Thomas, that's a huge statement because the Germans do put it away. They love their beer.
Yes.
Yeah,
And their sausages,
yeah, don't forget the sausages.
the Frankfurts.
Yeah, Bratwurst and yeah.
But the other side too, they eat a lot of fresh produce as well.
Yeah. Oh God. Guess now you got me. You guess what the EPA did this week? They rolled
No
back
idea.
some of the pesticide ban.
All
Now
right.
now they're going to be spraying all kinds of more nasty crap on our food. So everybody, if you buy vegetables at the store, wash your vegetables
They've
before you
been
put them in the
doing-
refrigerator.
They've been doing that in the vegetable aisles for at least 2 years, where you walk in and you see all the lettuce, and they're constantly spraying jets. That is an AquaSave. That is a how do you say it? A keep fresh
Right.
kind
That
of
is that
chemical.
stabilizer Right, and Wendy's uses that on their salads as well. They chop their salads in a big 50-gallon barrel, and then they put that chemical stabilizer in there. By the way,
Yep.
that is slightly
Yeah.
toxic and slightly cancer forming. So
Yes,
there goes your
carcinogenic,
garden
guys.
salad at Wendy's.
Guys, I do have a person. I heard somebody come in the green room, and
Wow.
Grab
it
a
is
handful of
tricky.
M&Ms, guys.
I thought I saw JD. I'm like, is it really? It is. JD
Yay!
Martinez. He's here.
Yay, JD's
So
here.
let's go ahead and bring him on and see how he is doing. It's been a while.
Yes,
since we've seen him.
sure.
Yeah.
He's got a new grandbaby too.
Hey,
How's
JD.
that new baby,
Well, thank you.
JD? How's that new little
Can
baby?
y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
She's coming over tonight. Can y'all hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Can y'all hear me?
Grandpa.
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, she's coming over. She's coming over tonight with parents, and we're gonna have an awesome time tonight. I thought I'd drop in real quick. There's been a lot of interesting things going on in this world.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I love your posts the last few months. You're doing fantastic. Love your work. Thank you.
Did y'all get that feedback that I just announced? I said there's been a lot of interesting
Yeah.
things going on in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like
All the
what
time,
about that,
every day.
that weird rainbow thing that you posted?
Man, I tell you, I swear it feeds it to me because I'm asking for it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, you're doing good work.
The algorithm-
You're out there. You're pulling in good stuff, and I like what you've been posting. Thank you. Thanks for being a member for so many years, and haven't had actually a chance to talk to you vocally. Sorry you can't see me, but my internet is so crappy. I can't run my microphone and my camera at the same time on my. It's not my download speed, which is fantastic. I've got high-speed wireless download, but my upload is like snail. I'm worse than Star. I'm right up there with Starlink as far as the upload speed. It's horrible. That's why you're not seeing my face, and I'm sorry. But anyway, welcome to the show.
Well, thank y'all very much. I can imagine that, man. I mean, I get the same thing. A lot of weird things going on with technology too. We'll just
Yeah.
leave it at that.
Well, we're having these nonstop solar storms. Now, this last one that went through last week, and we're probably still in. It was only like an M class, but it was like an M class 2. It was low, but it was a really weird outburst. And then that ultra dead connection that's following this, linking to that weird snake-like coronal hole. So that is going to. They're also warning, and I think it's literally today and tomorrow. We're supposed to have major earthquakes. They're forecasting because of the solar minimum, the wake eddy in between these flares that are hitting us. They're expecting massive earthquakes. So,
Yeah.
of course, the Axiom Seamount is now many years ahead, and it's probably erupting right now as we speak. And then again, Sicily and Santorini and Maya,
Indonesia.
Indonesia and all the other.
Kilauea.
Yeah, and Kamchatka. I mean, there's those 3 volcanoes up there in Kamchatka, north of Japan, up there, that have been going nonstop, and they're right next to each other. So that's a huge outpour of gases and lava and spewing. Like Kilauea is spewing right now. Again, I haven't looked today, but
Scientists drilled into the subduction zone at the top of Japan, and they said it's just about to slip.
Japan had a huge
So
one
that's all gotta
off the Philippine plate and the Japanese plate, and they've got a triangle slip plate, which is very much like the Juan de Fuco,
Yep.
right southwest of Japan, and that's connected
So
to the
if that
Philippine
goes,
plate and all.
imagine the wave.
God, those poor people in Japan. I mean, they are sitting on a ticking time bomb,
And
and
the snow as well. I
Man.
mean, they'll just like melt.
and their
Ooh.
bond market is crashing, and now Germany's bond market is crashing because it's crashing, and everybody's selling off American bonds because the world is boycotting the United States, and Trump.
It's losing trillions of dollars.
Right. The tariffs got shot down this week, but now he's already talking about going around the courts, which is people, we have a lawless regime. I don't want to do politics, but people, we need to change the entire world, not just, and I'm not saying violently.
Roger
anymore.
that for sure. Yes.
We have to change by the vote.
Yeah.
Everybody
Non-violent,
has
yeah,
to vote.
consciousness.
I don't care if there's ICE agents outside the voting booth this fall. Go vote. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them suppress you. Make sure you've got the right ID. If you have to bring your damn birth certificate, bring your damn birth certificate with you. Just make sure you make sure you vote. Don't let them beat you. We have to vote this out. This
They're
whole,
going to have to make the system smarter because that's how they get around it.
if you're a red
extra
hat or a
ballot.
blue hat, or a red state or a blue state, it doesn't matter. Everybody has to vote. And I really think that everybody has figured out that all the rules are being broken, because all of our systems, from hospital care to the road maintenance to building bridges, even the
Yeah.
tunnel there between Jersey and New
think-
York is.
I think you're trying to cover human rights, Samuel. I think that's where we're at, man. And we've been violated from our human rights, and we do have those, don't we?
Yeah, right. We
But how
used
do
to.
we use them?
Yeah.
Because we can't
We have to
protest.
use them.
We're not allowed
There's
to
nothing to fear.
protest. We get arrested. We get shot at with guns and bullets. And
What?
and
My big
it
question.
must
My
be
big
gas.
question is to everybody. My big question is to everybody: is what's everybody scared of? I mean, we're here to live, and after living, we have to die, and while living, we have to implement, don't we?
Yeah,
You-
we have
you
to be
never
part
die.
of the process. You don't let a band of raiders ride into your village and rob and steal. You have to grab your sword,
Roger
your bow
that.
and arrow. And I'm not saying any violence. I'm not
No,
advocating
of course.
violence.
Yeah.
But when they're killing people, and they are currently in this country, they're killing people with jackbooted thugs. And this is exactly 1938, you guys. And if you haven't studied pre-World War II, what was going on in Germany,
Roger.
you better damn well look this stuff up.
Yes, sir. I know I have. I just hope that the people that haven't, but they should get suggestions from the people that have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not here
Yeah.
to lie to anybody. We're just speaking facts and truth, and it's hard to spill it out there, man. And we've been, subdued to the doctrination and everything else. It's just
And the fear.
hard to break through people. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to scare
Exactly.
people into hiding and staying silent. I mean, look what they did to Stephen Colbert again this week.
Right?
You know, they're pulling out antiquated FCC rules because Stephen Colbert did something they didn't like.
Right.
And that is not the way this is not our country. This is not the way we live. And yet, by saying nothing, we're allowing it to happen again.
Exactly. And there's that old saying that goes that turn the blind eye. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, you turn the blind eye, you're helping that crap out, man.
The only way that evil wins is by good doing nothing.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that,
and
man.
how many people are
You're
sitting
correct.
on their hands right now?
Can't do it.
Man,
Have to. And we had a couple of shows ago. We've had this in the background discussion, and everybody has asked me not to be political because I heard a few folks' feelings. Yeah, I'm sorry. Feelings, they count, but this is real and this is happening, and we can't sugarcoat this shit anymore, people. There are governments. Look, this board of peace crap that you got to pay $1 billion to enter. And if you look at that, I mean, I've got a cartoon. This is all we are saying is give Trump a chance. And they're all these evil guys, the machine guns and the pirates, and in this cartoon. And it's turned into a reality, people. All the dark side forces have joined with the leader of the free world is not what a very large portion of our country believes in, and he's
They're
not a
all
savior. He's not
puppets.
going to save you.
I feel you on that statement, Samuel. I can feel your energy, man. You're very adamant about that. I can hear the hiccups in your conversation, man. I'm the same way, man. I think we're all the same way. I think this whole movement is consciousness, but I think it's not a matter of results. It's about everybody making their conscious move. We have to understand what's going on, man. If not, then that's what we're here for, to help people out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why we do what we do, and we're a group of very smart intellectuals from around the world who have noticed, including that's the main thing that Jesus was always saying. I knew something was wrong, and I had to get involved.
Exactly.
He knew the sky was wrong. Look how weird the light is, people. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not scared. I tell you what, I'm not scared. I'm not laying down on this whole deal, all of it. If there's anything I'm going to risk, it's my life. Then I'm going to risk it for the good, for the good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you gotta ask yourself, what side of history do you want to be on? Do you want to be just like, everybody else, whose life just comes and goes and everybody forgets? Or are you actually going to do
Exactly.
something with knowledge? Because not everybody, not everybody understands this as well as we do. Like, there's very few of us who was actually into looking at the stuff through the right lens, so to speak, right? So
Roger that.
yeah, it is our responsibility as humans to put this information out there, even if even with the BS that we get back, for every 10 people that we reach, maybe 2 of them open their eyes, and I think that's good enough. So
One at a time.
Listen, but
That's what we've been doing.
I just want to say something. So, for example, if you look at the German politics, so all the groups are mostly the same. There is also a lot of different in the agenda, but mostly the governments are the same. For my opinion, like in America, it's the same. So now Trump is the frontman, but look back. For example, if you look Obama and all the other people, they are all in the list too. So they are also bad
they're
men.
all
So
members.
what?
And
Yeah,
they're
so-
all related. They're all
I
related.
think that we have opened our eyes almost way too late here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I think that something dire and drastic is happening. I think it is time for us to rise up. And I'm not meaning violently. I mean intellectually. We have to rise up.
Of course.
We have to stop
Most
this.
definitely.
This is your grandchildren's lives. And
I have a grandchild coming over right now. That's why I'm fighting for everything now. If it costs my life, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
they
maybe
can-
a
Well, when you
protest is
put that
better.
baby in your arms, all you can think about is what's it going to have.
Of
when it
course.
grows up.
She's
They just
adorable.
tagged on trillions
So
of debt
cute.
that those grandchildren are going to have to pay for. Another $7
Right.
to $8 trillion this year alone, which was the
Man.
entirety of his first administration. But they already did that this year alone. And where's all this money going? What about these bank accounts in Qatar for selling off stolen Venezuelan oil? The whole accounting department in our government has turned corrupt. There is.
Did you hear
there's
what they were
money being
targeting
yanked.
yesterday in their budget? They're going to hit all of your retirement funds now.
Right. Oh, yeah, they already nailed mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They-
saying. So they're pinching money from everywhere, but they can go and spend $40 billion on crap.
So evil runs
I
the
just had
world.
sorry
and
about
that's-
that. I just had a knock on the door.
Oh, no worries. I'm glad you're here today, JD, and all the people out
Well,
there.
Oh,
We've been doing
I
this
can't.
long enough.
I can't sit back doing all the work out here, man. I need y'all's help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I see y'all
all
doing
the
everything
area.
we all can do. You know what I'm saying?
don't underestimate
I appreciate
the
y'all too.
power of community.
We all can.
We all have a
can
role
meet
to
each
play.
other.
that
It's
day
time.
will come. That day will come.
Dylan makes a good point, but Dylan, you know that most nations right now are actually going back to the gold standard.
No, guess what?
This is
Oh,
why
guess
It's not
what?
there.
in silver are going.
Yeah.
Gold is in space, mostly.
It's not there. In
Think
the year
about all the
25,
volcanoes
after
going
I'm-
off making new gold.
yeah, that's true. It's
Hey,
making new
Susan.
gold every day.
Fiat money.
Jesus is right, because I had a friend to pick me up today. He helped me out to go get some items because I had to get some supplies in the house. And before he got here, he was like, "Man, prices are up right now." He told every piece he had was gold and silver, man.
That's right.
Yeah, silver. I haven't checked the market recently, but it actually took its first turn down in the markets on gold
Yeah,
and
it
silver.
did for a long
That
time.
it
Yeah,
had-
you're right.
For years. I've never seen that, and of course that has
Yes.
to do with the market crash. That was
Right.
directly related to the Japanese bond market.
And
Okay,
China.
I'm not familiar with
And
that,
China.
but okay.
And China
Um,
putting in those new restrictions saying that anyone that wants to use our silver in microchips or anything like that,
Right.
they have to pay all of this amount. So
Right,
this is another
big
reason why it's
question
dropped.
on silver.
Yep.
What has happened was the administration in Japan changed presidents, and their current economic policy for literally over a decade. I'm not sure of the term of it, but it's been a long time. They have not been paying any of their interest off on their universal debt, and they found out that it's just skyrocketing because they're not paying the interest, the accrued interest at all. And so now this new leader of their economic policy wants to start doing that. So they had to sell off a whole bunch of their bond market, which directly affected Germany, which directly affected the United States because they were selling off American bonds to start with. Then they moved into the Japanese and then the German market. So they're selling off bonds. They're having a house cleaning sale to pay some of their old bills that they haven't been paid for a decade. So that is all putting an influx in the market, and that's
a liquidation of sort.
Right. And that it's going to be dominoes throughout our entire thing. Now, I tell people this in private. Right now, Russia's broke. Right now, China's broke. Right now, the United States is broke. And
Everyone's broke.
But
Everyone's
Everyone's the
broke.
plan, I think, or isn't it the plan of the elites? So they have the system and they plan the system like this, so it will crash in the future. That's the plan.
They want us to think that we're running out of resources.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
are the
other
resource.
side of it. Scarcity.
We
That's
are the
what they
resource.
want us
I was
to
just
think.
gonna say
If it wasn't for any of us, they would have no resource to spend because we have to spend it.
Correct. If everyone gave up work tomorrow, the world would stop.
Absolutely.
Roger that.
So this is why I said before, the vote for political group isn't the right way, in my opinion. So the right way is don't vote. If everybody don't vote and go protest, then the world will maybe change, but not with the political system. It's not,
I
it's not
agree.
the right way.
but
I agree.
Hey,
Don't vote.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but whose voice is that?
that's Thomas.
Thomas.
My
Germany.
voice, Thomas, the middle, Germany.
Germany. Who's that again?
That's
Thomas.
Thomas.
Thomas. Okay. How you doing, Thomas?
He's on
Hi.
TikTok too. He does
Okay. I
hour
try here.
fishing.
There's so many. We're starting to get a bigger group. You know, I know the OGs and stuff, but they're starting to become the ones that are joining in. You know, I'm just trying to get familiar with everybody. No, I'm not trying to be rude. Apologies.
No,
No,
not
no
at all. I'm
problem.
glad you figured that out.
Open situation. Anyone can come and talk.
Right. No,
There have been a
I'm
few
just want to
people-
make sure I got just get familiar with everybody. That was it.
Yeah, there have been a few people that we've had on that we've had to actually not invite back in the future, but
But we have Baby Joe. Sometimes we have Tara.
Man. Yeah, you can't win for losing, right?
Everybody gets the benefit of the doubt, man.
Everybody gets a voice.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
You know, after that,
Yeah,
it's
but
kind
once
of on you. You know how you
Right.
manage yourself, that kind of thing. You know, we
Behavior. You're right. Yeah.
unfortunately we had a few of them that kind of went bonkers. You know, we're like, what the hell did that? Where the hell did that come from? You know, but
You know. Well, send them over to me. I'll deal with them.
There you go. There you go.
Sam and I have enough fun of our own, don't we, Sam?
I love trolls
kinda
for
like-
breakfast. You slice some strawberries on there, pour a little bit of milk. Trolls for breakfast can be very good.
I love
Yeah,
the comment you
tell
made
me.
the other day, which was
I like Thomas's
Um,
approach. Like, I'm not wasting energy on nobody because look, unfortunately, like there is a certain population of people that doesn't matter what you show them, doesn't matter what you tell them,
Yes.
Right.
that you just cannot. They're like robots. They're already programmed a certain way, and they will not deviate from that programming whatsoever.
Well, what do they call them? What do they call them? NPCs?
Yeah, the
don't know.
NPCs.
But
What are
maybe
they gonna
I'm
do?
gonna get out of that. I would get out of that realm. I'm just joking.
No,
Not
you're
really,
right.
but I am.
Even my daughters use that term. And these guys are NPCs, and they're just computer generated random people walking around in the middle of your game. And what are they going to do this summer when we see that second star in the sky?
Man, it's on. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
God, the way I've got it in my head, I think that's going to be, somewhere like June, July. We're gonna up here in the northern hemisphere. It's going to be a little more visible. Now, remember, the stars are not the same size. If you have two stars that match in the sky, you're getting a lens flare or a glass doubling. The smaller dwarf yellow soul is our star. The smaller one is ours. This big thing in the sky that I saw this morning at 9:30 a.m. in the east, that was massive, is not our star, people. That thing is too damn big. Unless all of a sudden it was
Rewind, Samuel. Where at?
Well, the sun and the other sun are right next to each other.
Right.
So it's normal.
Right. But you said something about northeast. What?
Okay, in the east, this morning at 9:30 a.m., which is where the sun is usually at in the east in the morning, and it's way too big. Unless all of a sudden I'm at the equator. Now I remember when last time I drove to California to LA, that the sun got really, really big compared to up here in Montana. But which is entirely possible that I am now closer to the equator than I used to be, because we did not have any snow this year, JD, up here in Montana, where we give everybody the water. All 5 states around us. We water Washington, we water Idaho, we water North Dakota, we water Utah, and everybody south of us, and everything. And we don't have the water this year. It's not going to come from us. So everybody's rivers are going to be really hurting for spring runoff. And what's going on in Texas has got a huge drought. Lakes are just disappearing. Not only that,
they are.
The Mississippi is draining around somewhere northern part of Missouri. The water in the Mississippi is sinking underground, and it is not making it to Louisiana. Like the volume.
Rewind. So when you say the water's sinking underground, it's just the earth is absorbing it?
Right. It's re-sinking into an empty aquifer, because Nebraska and Kansas and Oklahoma and everybody is where the aquifer under, and that's been drained over the years by companies in Arizona, like overwatering Saudi Arabia alfalfa. You wouldn't believe how much alfalfa we ship out of the United States just to Saudi Arabia, and they own the land and they get the water. They get the water for free.
It's like that couple in California that own the water off the coast of California.
So anyway, the scientists have found that it's subsiding back to refill the underground aquifer underneath the middle of the United States is refilling.
And there's that statement again. Can I go into reference to aquifer? How deep would that be?
Well, there's different layers of aquifers.
Miles, right? Okay.
Well, upward of a mile. There's different layers of aquifers. Under most rivers, there is an immediate aquifer anywhere 45, 50 feet below, and it's actually usually flows the opposite direction of the river. And I did not know that until I was working for the Parks Department in Missoula, and we were looking at underground wells. And we noticed after a certain distance, the water direction flowed the opposite of what the river was flowing. And the guy that I was working with, oh yeah, that's the aquifer going the opposite direction of the river. And it was every day to him, but it was shocking to me that under every river, there's an opposite direction sub aquifer as well.
Mm-hmm. Australia has more water underneath its base than it does on its surface.
So that'll be my new research now, aquifer. I'm going to go in depth. I'm going to go dive deep on that one.
Yeah, and in your area especially, because the aquifer in Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma has been drained drastically from what its ground level used to be, 100 years ago. And this is why Oklahoma City keeps having all of these earthquakes, is because they're actually sinking. They're sinking because when they started doing the fracking water reversals, they're pumping seawater.
So there's no cushion then. There's no supplement for cushion, right? It's just raw.
And if the water underneath, increases, you get a sinkhole.
Yeah, it just crusts over each other. That makes sense.
They're pumping
Okay.
in ocean water in these fracking wells, along with all kinds of other toxics and industrial pollutants that they don't have any other way to get rid of. So they're sneaking it into oil refinery refracking pools at the subground level. And all of that toxic seawater and everything is eroding the limestone that is holding up the domes of that aquifer. That layer of limestone under Oklahoma is eroding, and that's why it's sinking. And if you go to Amarillo from Oklahoma City, there's a huge sinkhole that is getting deeper and deeper by the year. And there's Amarillo is very
It doesn't help that
popular tourist attraction.
it doesn't help that they stimulate and enhance that by what they call oil rig drilling. I mean, I understand they're stealing the Earth's sacred, well, what they call oil, but I think that leaves it vulnerable, right?
Right. When you pump it out,
In
you got a space
Russia,
left over.
In Russia, they drained a hole that had billions of tons of oil in it. They took away all the rigs. A year later, they came back and it was full again.
Wow.
It's self-sustaining, continuous. Don't believe the bullshit science that it takes billions of years for this stuff to make.
Right.
It's bullshit.
Right.
It's all bullshit.
You can change your entire environment within a decade to 2 decades. Look at
Right.
for example, the Russians diverted the course of one of their rivers right next to the Caspian Sea. There used to be another small sea/lake, and they have absolutely killed it. It's dead. Look what's going
Same
on
as
with the
the
sinkholes
Nile.
in the Dead Sea right now. There are huge issues in the Dead Sea, and they don't even let people near the shoreline in some areas because the sinkholes are so numerous that they're dangerous to even let tourists go near it. Because it's just
And the
falling through
salinity.
everywhere all over the planet. Florida is having a huge sinkhole issue.
Man, what's up with New
Salinity
York
is
right now?
rising. Salinity
Hey, what's up
of
with
the
New York?
oceans are rising too.
New York City
Sam,
is having.
New York's
a
about to get slammed with some about a foot of snow.
Yeah, that's the polar Arctic cutoff
Vortex.
reaches of
Okay.
of the tipped axis of the planet. The planet Earth was wobbling and it was kicking down Arctic
Right.
jets all over. There's these big, huge, massive circular storms now. They're not announcing. Notice they don't show you actual radar footage
Right.
anymore. You only see computer graphic imagery, and they're
What
not
about
showing
polarity?
you the real. There's these.
What
these
about
are these
polarity? Has
rotational
polarity?
systems.
Do you think polarity has moved some?
Well, we know
Not
for a fact that
polarity.
the North Pole is in the middle of Siberia, and we believe that the new South Pole is off the coast of South America.
You got to look at where the pole star is right now.
Right.
It's still
Yeah.
going around Polaris.
But there's been a lot of people testifying that I remember the sun being there. Now I see it over here. I was like, well, movement's
well-
important, you know. I mean, I don't know how important
Well,
it is, but
As I
documentation is
mentioned
important, you know.
before,
I
as
will
I
go
mentioned
back.
before, JD, my magnetic north is 4 degrees off north, magnetic north, 4 degrees. So that means we've tipped over 4 degrees from
Right.
off.
Why do you think
True
all
north.
the planes have been grounded? in
Any
Europe?
any suggestions for instrumental implementation for measurement? Any
This
way?
is why all the GPS systems and satellites have to be realigned every hour on the hour.
And that's why
Hazen
they keep
said that.
Right, yeah,
updating
yeah.
your cell phones as
Consistent,
well.
right? Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
here's the
Mhm.
older backstory. When in 2010 we first started seeing the Nibiru system come up from below us, okay, in Antarctica, that's where it came up from, below our ecliptic plane below us. Okay, when it started into 2011, all of the planets in the normal solar system axes tipped. All of the planets tipped to meet that second star. It started
All of
visibly
them
rising.
did, right?
Yeah, all of
All
us.
of them.
All of our normal planets tipped axes, including
Just
Earth.
check
And
out
we've been
Saturn
wobbling
and
it
its
even
rings.
more. But anyway,
The
back in
rings used to be here, now
2011,
they're here.
back
Yeah,
in
the rings are
2011,
different. I always wondered what it was that looked different. Sorry, Sam.
back in 2011, the sun started coming up in the northeast sky, but that
Yes.
wasn't our sun. It was outshining our yellow dwarf soul, which is always due east. Now, And then in 2012, they joined orbit together in co-orbitation and back below CMEs in their normal binary planetary sun discharge pattern. But now the arc of our sun goes from the slightly northeast all the way down to the south and then sets in the southwest now instead of due
Correct.
west like it's supposed to. Now we've already stepped into the seasonal transition of our winter to summer orbit model, which is we're coming up very soon on the 180-day cycle. And that's when we are in our summer orbit. But ever since 2011, and this is why Jesus always brings it up, high noon, the sun has not gone overhead of us in a decade, 16 years.
It's always
since
over your
2011.
shoulder.
Now it's
Slightly.
going south of us. The complete pathway of the sun is wrong.
Yes.
If you see the midday, the sun is in the south. It's supposed to be over the top of us, straight up, come midsummer, summer
Mhm.
solstice. And it's not been that way for well over a decade. So
I wonder if we're going to see any difference over the standing stones and things like that. If we're going to be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going
If you
cockeyed trying to
cross-reference-
see them through the
Yeah,
the
if you
stones we're
Like
meant to
cross-reference
see
records,
through.
Stonehenge.
going
Yeah.
back
Like
years, you would
Stonehenge.
see the anomaly.
Hey, like Samuel said, we all say, let's just wait and see, man. We ain't seen nothing yet, right?
We ain't
Oh,
seen
exactly.
nothing yet, man.
Nothing
show
yet.
was started.
It's gonna be way increased from here. And again, we've had going back to all the way to January of 2025, we started getting the reports from the southern hemisphere from Audrey and people in South Africa and in Australia and in southern hemisphere countries. They were seeing both suns, and we have dozens and dozens of captures now. And we're still getting now in the northern hemisphere, we're starting to see it as well. So it's a smaller star right next to either on the right or the left because it keeps moving throughout the day. That pathway of this larger star, we assume, now I don't normally make assumptions, but generically, I do not expect the pathway of that star to change. I expect it to be the standard from below us to away from us to our right shoulder.
Well, it has to
So
be, Sam,
therefore-
if we're electrically coupled to it.
Well, they are, but they aren't, because remember they're actually coupled to Imaru or Hercubus, the electron gas giant that is so big that we can't take a picture of it within 10 photographs side by side. That's how
Yeah,
big
but
Imaru is.
But we're still connected to that cycle as well.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're seeing back.
I don't want
below
to. I
CME
don't want to cut
activity
y'all
this
off
week.
short. I'm gonna get back to y'all, but I gotta get to baby out there. She just showed
All
up.
right.
So
Well,
I do
Okay.
want to tell y'all
Baby.
something, man. I do want to express something with y'all, and I'm very thankful that we have met and we are consistent with each other. Is not let forget what's the most important is
Family,
what the future.
love.
Samuel Hoffman said, "We are from the future, man, and we preserve that future." So I love all of y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, okay?
Go
Yeah,
hug
take
that
care.
baby for me.
Thank
Go
you.
hug that baby.
Join us
Love
again
y'all.
soon, please.
Bye.
Give that baby a
Roger.
big hug.
I
Thanks
will.
so
Love you guys.
much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Therefore, that
right.
second star should
Nice.
be headed towards. I don't believe it's 93 million miles away. I think it's closer. I think that the winter over problem that we've been experiencing in plants, even through. I mean, I got plants growing up out of the snow, people, and that doesn't happen in Montana ever.
Well,
We used to
we
only have
got-
one. We had one blooming of roses. Last year, I had 3 separate blooms in Montana.
Mine
That
never
does not
stopped
happen.
blooming.
I was explaining this to Jillian the other day. With the second sun and the amount of luminosity that it's giving off, it is creating longer day cycles, which is confusing the plants because they can't turn off their photo period. They have to have a certain number of length of day and a certain number of length
Right.
of night. And for flowering plants, they need anything between 8 and 14 hours of light every day. And they're, like you said, I'm on the 4th flowering cycle of my roses this season. So the last 3 months, they have bloomed 4 times. They're up to their 4th blooming now.
And they
Usually
don't do
it was
that.
twice a year. Now it's 4 times in 3 months. And it's
Yeah,
all
the
got
new,
to do with
this
the
rose
second
that I've
star.
had in my new house has never been without a flower on it. It
Now,
has
in
grown and
2011
grown and grown and grown.
in
So that
2011,
tells me that if we're getting more light and the heat's increasing, we're going to have a lot of problems with our crops very soon.
Yep.
In Iran, the fig production is down due to the solar activity, and they use a lot of water. So all of these foods that we consume that are thirsty, hungry, water consumers, we're going to see them all go off the market soon. So this is why we're seeing all these new labs with hydroponics and everything being installed, because we are really going to have problems with our food shortages soon.
and this is, of course, why China is coming up with their sun simulator, which is, by the way, still in the lab. It's still a prototype. They haven't sent it up into space. It's not real, but they're making one. But their sun simulator is only going to shine upon a small area of China. It's not going to be big enough or bright enough to be a fake second star or anything like that. For you sun sim nuts out there, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Just because there's a patent doesn't mean it's up there. And what kills me is that 3i Atlas and the Russian space junk turning back on. I chuckled that a few months ago when the old military bases all over the world who still had equipment but were just closed off and shut down, they all turned on by themselves. And this is what freaked out the governments all over the world, people. We got something big going on, and it's somewhere headed toward Jupiter right now. And although I haven't seen any reports that it has started heading that way, although there are some people commenting. But there's a lot of people out there talking about 3i Atlas that said it's gone. It's gone away. It has not.
There's also
It's
a lot
still
of
here.
people out there that are talking about seeding the planets.
Panspermia and stuff like that.
Which is what 3i Atlas did on the close approach to Mars. And we worked that out scientifically live on the show for everybody. We believe that terraforming did occur on Mars in July. Of last
I want to
year.
know what it picked up from Matim.
Well, yeah, because they actually stated in area X7, which is classified. So, and we know what planet X7 is. That's the smallest of them, this Matim.
I want to know what they picked up.
It's right in the same area because they were describing right before perihelium, which is directly in front of the sun. And it was coming from the left, pointing to the right.
Slingshot around. They don't slow down.
Yeah, right. And they discussed the slingshot around area X7. And I broke out laughing, going, "You lying bastards!" Yeah, it banked around Matim.
It's like it came up to a black hole or something, or dead space, and just stopped.
I have a
came
question
into
for
the
you,
Trying to
Sam.
freak everybody out with the black hole movement here in our solar system and all our galaxy.
I'm
I
still
should say.
waiting for the 9 minutes of gravity.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead, Julian.
Hi. I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says.
Yeah.
Well, you know how I know you don't talk or interact with Gina Marie, but she's now got that picture out there of the thing that slingshotted around the sun.
Yes.
Oh,
You
that
must have seen it,
video
Sam.
that everybody talked about yesterday. That thing that was Carol Ann
Yeah.
had a copy of, and she got a screen capture, and it looked like the moon, but the moon wouldn't move that way.
That's what I initially thought the same thing, Sam. I was like, that looks like the moon, but I don't know if it would.
The moon doesn't do a bank turn,
No,
Yeah.
it
They're like,
doesn't do that.
wee, like that.
Yeah,
and it doesn't move that quick either.
It looked like the
My
moon, but
first-
the orbitation thing just was completely.
My first
off.
impression was it was the Empire Orb or the Norway Spiral
I
Orb.
was
I give them both names.
that.
Yeah, I think that was the Empire Orb. And
Going,
Oh.
hi, we're here.
And I
yeah,
know.
well, I've seen that sucker by eye.
They're
it
all in my
dropped out of the
pictures
cloud.
from last week. They're in my pictures from last week.
I would
Lots
have
of-
never. Now, granted, the Norway Spiral was awesome. I mean, that was an event we talked about for months, and then it
Yep.
went away. And remember, Obama was in Germany when that happened, and he actually admitted that ET was real this week in an interview.
Yeah.
And so he was there to witness it. So yes, he does know. But then he said, "Well, I've never met one personally, but yeah, he knows they're real." And I'm sure most of the G7 countries know, because that's what the spraying is all about as well. It's to
Little
hide
green
the,
men.
yeah, it's to stop the extra 71 or 73% of UV light coming in from the extra star. That extra star is big and it puts off a lot of light. That's why they're double tapping. It blocks our view out, and it also blocks the incoming light. If you'll notice, the G7 countries are still growing crops, where the other countries are losing their crops all over because they don't have the sea trails to stimulate or arrest some of that incoming light.
I was
We
trying
get the GMO crap.
to explain that to somebody. Sorry, Sharon. I was trying to explain that to somebody about the spraying recently,
Yeah.
and their reasoning for the spraying is that we're like cockroaches and they're trying to kill us. I'm like, dude, there's so much easier ways to do it to us without.
You know, that started in
without it
1996.
being so public. Like, they could literally poison the water and we wouldn't even see it coming. Why would they do it so obviously? I'm like, God, please think before you talk. Like, I wouldn't.
They did it already with the vaccine. Don't forget that. That's most problem.
Exactly, Thomas. There's so much easier ways to do that than to fly a plane over populated cities, making it that obvious.
And they're sitting there patting themselves on the back going, we convinced 96% of the population.
Exactly.
How do we target the next 4%? That's what they're looking at now.
Well, the rest of the 4% isn't manipulatable.
Malleable.
We're not susceptible to manipulation. I think
There you go. There's
the
a
other
lovely word.
5% is not susceptible to it.
But they're the ones they're targeting now.
The way I go, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably bullshit.
Right.
If it feels too, and I love how Sam puts it. If it feels too complicated, it's probably bullshit. If it makes no sense, it's probably bullshit.
And if it fits and
Right.
it's simple, it's true. And that's the basis of science. Is easy to me. I mean, it's so basically dog easy, you wouldn't believe. And people, I don't know anything about science. But if it's simple and it fits, it's true. If it's complicated and confusing, it's a lie. And unfortunately, our schools, education, all those people with physics degrees on their wall got a really
The
bad
astrophysicists
education.
out there.
Yeah,
Quantum
there's-
physicists. Oh,
Yeah,
Shut
I
up.
know
I
everything.
make telescopes.
I
Yeah,
make
that
$1 billion being a quantum physicist, but I've got no brain.
So I have to go on TikTok to look for other chopsticks to play with.
But, we
I
we
love
talk
those
about
guys.
Stephen
I just love
Burns.
those
He's
trolls.
pretty good.
I can't wait for a TikTok so we can see one.
I'm going to
I-
play a
I-
clip while y'all are talking, and this is what I
Go
caught
ahead.
the other day when I was outside.
Yeah, Rebecca
Yeah,
caught
amazing
stuff.
skies.
Look at
Well,
the stuff
there's
she caught.
there's two sea trails there for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
look at those
what
puppies.
did you count? At least 8 planes? I think?
That's Atu's moon and the red asteroid. Oh, look at there. There's a skull.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
look at.
Yeah.
Hang on. Go back and see the skull guy.
there he is.
There
Right
he is.
there.
Look, there's skull guy, but up above the tree.
He's sticking his tongue out.
Yeah, he's got a tongue this time. Yeah, stupid troll. I'm alive. Right here.
Those are the asteroids crossing in front from the bottom of your. But those bottom two are sea trails.
Yep.
And there's a light pinch.
Because it was
'cause you
probably
can
going to
finish
get
up
too
ready.
hot. Hey, Sam.
Right there, skull.
Yeah, look at the skull. Look, he's right there above the tree. There he is.
And question is the Texas cube right next to the skull? That's weird.
Eee, look at that. Lots of craters there.
I still to this day wonder how the skull asteroid got its shape. Did some, 12 idiots go up there and do Mount Rushmore? What,
Big giant guys carved it
Yeah,
into the
well,
asteroid, Sam.
Four cycles ago, did they go up there and carve that sucker to scare the hell out of the population of Earth? The great
Yeah, they
God
were waiting for this
of
cycle,
death is
weren't they?
coming for you. All of that. because it's insane how that thing looks, and it literally is a skull. People, we've seen it for years. We announced it 4 years before NASA. By the way, we are that good, and that is not bragging. That is not bragging, people. That is a fact.
I told somebody recently, Sam, about that, and they're like, "So you're telling me that you know more than NASA?" I'm like, "Well, I'm telling you
Yeah.
that we tell the truth more than NASA. Maybe we
Yeah.
don't know more because they have way more. They have better funding,
And more
but I'll
scientists.
assure you that what comes out of our mouth is way more accurate than what they put out."
Yeah, because ours is time proven, debated. We regularly debate amongst ourselves in many different groups at a time. It's like that video with that Carol Ann posted and everybody else posted the last 2 days, and it runs the circuit, and we compare notes, and like we were doing on the early part of the show with that video that Rebecca showed, we work through the science.
Look at that
you
little
talk
white
about
object
skull-
inside there. Look.
And if you're talking about the Skull asteroid and look up the stuff what NASA talks, they said it left in 2016. So if you have captures in 2020, 2024, so it's obvious NASA lies because they said it leaves in 2016. You can look at
Yeah,
that.
they gave out
It's
the orbit path. The orbit path duration was every 3.5 years we would see it. And we know better than that because we have seen it month after month after month after year after year after year. Now, for a period of time, it was impossible to see because it was in between Uri and Atu because we know where it is. And I, myself, personally, by eye, saw in 2015 a very large overhead skull asteroid come creeping out of the darkness from behind Atu that I was busy staring at. And I'm telling you, the first time I saw the skull asteroid by eye, it's scary. I'd seen it before in photographs, but never by eye. And it scared the pants off me. It really did. And it was huge. I mean, it was literally like, the size of a house flying above me, that big. And again, I'm going to remind everybody.
They called it's about 650 meters. It's what NASA said. I don't know if it's true or not, but it said it's about 650 meters. I don't know how much it's in inch, but
Gotta be
in
big,
meters,
bigger
650.
than that.
Hey,
Okay.
thank
Yeah,
you.
how about
NASA
65
just declared
kilometers?
this week,
Right.
in the past week, that there's unexpected objects out there that they can't control. They don't know, their size makes them impossible to detect. Kind of.
Well, not only
That's
that,
the story
they're
of the-
not admitting to any of the close passing. Again, watch what happens at the beginning in March. Well, around March 20th, we're going to be ducking. Of course, now they being that Uri is rising, maybe they'll be a little smaller this year, or God only knows with the orbit model. We never really know until we actually experience what happens. We generally know that the cycles are coming. We generally know where everything is. We always know where everything is, but how they act and how they persist over time it's like, again, every time we understand what's going on, it changes. Yeah, look at those asteroids. There's a bunch of smaller ones that we never even account for with people. That is the bottom of
They have had
Atu. And
some awesome lives, Rebecca, lately.
look, starships,
Yeah, well,
starships,
Thanks, Jesus.
starships,
Yeah,
and
look
that
at all
blue area
these
just
ships,
below
huh?
the sun. See the
Just
little,
like this.
there's the long box cube, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
see
God,
it.
there's tons of Star Destroyers right there. Look at that. See all those
Yeah.
little white smidges?
I see him.
They're all
Guys,
ships.
I'm gonna have to cut it short here soon, but I want to share something real quick. I want to call this a homework assignment for everybody, but you have to watch this Thunderbolts playlist. It's called Misconceptions of the Electric Universe.
There you
Of
go.
the Electric Universe model. It's about 10 videos. They're about 15, anywhere from 15 to, 20 minutes. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. You guys have to watch
Cool.
it. If you really want to begin to understand
Symbols of
our
an alien
model
sky.
of things. Watch this stuff and actually subscribe to the Thunderbolts channel, because they're the only ones that actually are in line with what we our model of things, even though they don't
Conning tower.
acknowledge the planets
Wow.
or even talk about that. That's another thing. But as far as the electric universe goes, you guys have to see this point of view, because
Yeah.
if you continue
wanna
on
start
this
from
gravity thing, none of what we're talking about is going to make sense to you. You can't
Again,
you can't have both. You can't make sense of what we're trying to show you if you're going by the gravity model. Never. You'll toss it out as crap, because both of them are incompatible. You have to think electric universe. You have to think plasma. You have to think electrons and clusters. You have to think that way. Go look at it. It is one of the most, and they're very.
I think David Talbot's #1 premiere video, Symbols of an Alien Sky.
All that-
In the early
yeah.
days with Montana Skywatchers, that was mandatory to watch. If you want to get a really good education on what's going on in the actual heavens with cross-referenced world history, Symbols of an Alien Sky, Thunderbolts Project, or David Talbot.
So
Symbols
this is
of an Alien Sky.
oh my! I got a little bit of reflection here, but I sent it to you, Rebecca. Later on in the
Oh,
show,
you
if you
did.
could just-
Okay.
you could just show everybody the link, because I believe
do
that
that.
this playlist, if I had a Facebook group, this would be mandatory. You know,
I'd love
is
to
that
join
good.
the
It is that
Thunderbolts
good.
Project. It could probably teach us a
and
lot.
I gotta
Funny.
tell you, there's some stuff on here about Einstein that is gonna piss a lot of people off, but it has to be said.
But the funny thing is,
The
The
era
funny
of
thing-
rockstar science, of rockstar physicists, has ruined cosmology, has ruined physics has ruined everything. They have made a shit show of it, and if we don't get past that, these rockstar freaking scientists, we're not gonna learn anything new.
The last of them was Carl Sagan. He was a pro. So if you really want a good education or good even environmental wisdom of space, watch videos from Carl Sagan as well.
But you
what
have
I
to
laugh
do-
at, Jesus, is when people sit there and go, but if it's gravity, wouldn't these planets be ripping us apart?
Well, and that's the and Sharon, that's the reason why I don't think it's that they don't know that the universe is electric. Is just that by keeping us on this gravity model, we're stuck. We're stuck. Do you know that about 90% of what they claim is made of space is hypothetical? Dark energy, dark matter.
But
none of
gravity,
energy, dark
gravity,
matter.
gravity to us is only the first few hundred meters
Yeah,
of the surface.
exactly.
Because gravity is actually such a weak force, it doesn't contribute to anything that we see.
And another misconception, and it says it on the playlist, that people think that the electric universe completely dismisses gravity. We don't. We just feel that it's not the most important force in space.
No,
It's
It's a
not
collective.
so
That's
it's not
like saying an
we-
apple without water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to look at this. I've been so fascinated all week watching it
Yeah.
that I'm like, yes, and I'm sitting there talking to the TV while this is playing. I'm like, yes,
That'd be my
Please
normal.
watch
Yeah.
But
please watch
but
it.
it's about your interest. Look, the most people aren't really interested. I have so much people to come in my life. If there are 1,000 people in 8 hours, 5% give me a follow, and most of them don't argue with me about the gravity and the stuff. They look at the pictures and say, "Wow, crazy! Oh yeah, I see this and this and this." And I believe this. And there are some people
Oh,
who join and they say, "Oh yeah, I know we live in the end times." And okay, but I don't interest in the sky, but I know we live in the end times. So a lot of people have
Yeah.
the feeling actually because they are on the way. They get also the Schumann resonance and the updates, and they feel something is going wrong. And
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
That's the short way. So you can't tell everybody about
No.
the details. So not everybody are interested in the electric
No.
universe and the planets and how it works. They just would say, "Oh, I know the end times are here," and finish.
Yeah.
So not
But
everybody
it is.
will get in 100% in your opinion.
It's a lot.
Science
It's a
got a
lot
really
of
big
interest.
slap in the
It's
face this
interest,
year.
Thomas. It's interest. If you're not interested in the subject matter, most likely you're not going to learn it because you're just not
Yeah.
interested.
Yes.
You know,
I
the
looked
reason
into the
all of us.
Thunderbolt project and they said it was pseudoscience.
Well, you know, all new
Reality.
science, and to tell you guys here and the audience listening, we all new science is rejected. All new science is ridiculed. It's just human beings refusing change. It's natural. It's normal. I want to say it's not natural because change is important for growth.
Look who is releasing the
People-
peer-reviewed documents.
That's right. That's right. And also be open to change and be open to the fact that you might be wrong. That what we have learned. I mean, look, we've been on the Newtonian state era for so long that I think it is time to move away from this. We live in an electric universe. Plasma physics is the next step in that evolution of physics, and
That's the only way we're going to create our own space travel.
that's right. That's right. And as long as we continue this same model where we have to make up shit to account for the things that our math doesn't add up to, it's bullshit. I'm sorry, but that is a crock of shit that
We already have a large hidden technology that has been handed over. We are forbidden to leave our solar system. There are rules over the top of our heads of even going to the moon. And there is so much more control going on over the governments. And this is why we got the blockade. This is why the cubes are parked over the top of Earth, to make sure that their agenda is, they outclass us in so many ways you can't even begin to imagine. And I myself have walked on the deck of a ship, of a lander craft, of, you know, that disc that everybody sees little green guys waving from. I have been in one of those, and I got the tour from the Pleiadian. I got to see the machinery. I got to see how that they stepped aside time. It's like picking a record on an old-fashioned jukebox. They just step outside time. They select where they want to go, and then they go. And
Wow.
you guys have to realize that I've been exposed to technology that took me 30 years to actually just even swallow the fact that I was not out of my mind. And this is also part of why I didn't come forward until well after, or at the end of my non-disclosure agreement, because, you know, they directly quoted to me, "Well, Sam, no one will believe you anyway." And I
They
that
would
has
have looked
rung
you up
like
as a
hell.
there is a lot of truth to that, son. There's a lot
I
of
was
truth.
recruited by Major
Yeah.
Ed Dames, you know, Air Force, and you can look him up. And originally my project was the Stargate project, but then it was changed when they changed names regularly, so people can't look them up as easily in the Library of
Right.
Congress and funding. But then it was moved to the Farseeing project. So,
That was
and
Ingo
that was, of
Swan,
course,
wasn't it?
excuse me.
That was also Ingo Swan, where he made his fame. He was the golden child of the project, Stargate and all of those.
I don't know of him, and you know, I mean, I've never run into anybody on the internet that was involved, not personally, openly discussing it with me. But of course, I did look up Dr. Ali, and and he's the idiot that screamed at me with that red hair and the dandruff and all of that. And he became the senior climatologist, and I know he's retired. I doubt seriously if he's listening to our program.
There's a mittens.
Hi, Mittens. Again, and then we'll go on that touchy thing, and I'll say the word scary and hope for a scream. No scream. No scream. No scream. Again,
No
everybody.
scream. Thank God.
Go to Christopher's channel, or I don't know if Rebecca has a copy of it.
Oh
on
man,
YouTube.
that was some creepy shit. Like that was.
Yeah.
What the
Did
hell?
you get anything back yet?
6
Sharon?
hours and 19 minutes.
Every time I go back and listen to, it, I'm like, what the hell just happened? That was That was some
Well,
scary shit.
It,
And
That was
you know,
insane.
it didn't come from an outside. It came from a direct line. That's
It came
feeding
everyone's speakers.
everybody.
Everyone's
Yeah,
speakers.
exactly. So it wasn't like background noise from Chris's or anything.
No.
It came directly, like it was sent to.
It probably would have had to have gone through Rebecca and then through the rest of us.
it was something.
That
I
was
remember
Something.
in paranormal, these paranormal
I heard it in
machines,
our headset too.
they can be standing there talking and recording with their little, hand recorders, and they don't hear it themselves. But when they play it back,
Yeah.
these screams come on the tape. And I think that was, it was a real paranormal event. We did not create it. It was not
No.
some staged thing to get you to watch our show. But yeah, there's a lot more going on than people even know. And I'm not even, Christ, I could run a show on that alone. If I was to stand here and talk about paranormal or my ghost experiences or
Right.
my knowledge with the occult and reading tarot cards and all of that, I could even do a program on religion, because I do have 4 college credits in religion, world religion. I am educated, but I educated myself after high school. I did not require
Best education
college.
you can get.
I didn't require any college because my junior year of high school, I tested out at 3rd year junior in college. So there was no need for me to go to college because I'm already smarter than that. And I am
And then
government
you
rated.
said the Mensa test, only 98% of the people get. You have to be in the 98th percentile range to even qualify to do the Mensa
Right.
tests.
And I am government rated at 20 points plus, to over 20 points higher than Einstein.
Which is
And
about-
I finished equations he could not finish. I finished a dimensional thing, or an
Right.
equation where I listed the number of dimensions. And in my math, there is either 14 or 144. And then I reached over and I said to the teacher in front of the class, which is where I did it on the chalkboard in front of the class. And I said, but ET moves their decimal point over to the left. And I don't know why I said that. And so, 14, there's at least 14 dimensions, if not 144. But people,
Wow.
we are building blocks. People think, it's a dimension is that room over there. No, we are at a smaller and larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And sometimes smaller than that.
Marichenko dolls.
Our
The
solar
Russian
system is like our solar system, our galaxy is like phytoplankton in the ocean, people.
Yeah.
You have to, that's how big this shit is. Our galaxies are phytoplankton in a larger galaxy, in a larger
Great
realm of
fish
dimension.
tank.
Yeah, fish tank.
A big fish tank of blackness.
Well, guys, my
Yeah,
time is up.
there-
I'm gonna sign off now, but please take it as a homework assignment from me. You have to go watch that. We'll see y'all next week, and have a great week, everybody.
Yeah,
You too,
you take
Jesus.
care. Good to see
Bye,
you.
Jesus. We'll see you
Alright.
next week.
I'll stay
Okay.
listening while I work. But anyways,
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you
Yeah,
later.
he'll be sitting there talking to his dashboard.
Later as in next week. Yeah. Yeah, Mittens is just like smothering me over here for some. She's lonely or something. She just can't get enough.
Almost 4
She's
hours.
got something to
in.
say about the
Yeah.
planets.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And she's telling me her birthday is in April.
Oh,
She'll be
Wow.
2 years old. That's what she said. She's
Gosh.
looking forward to it. I know. We'll have to have a party for
That
her.
whisperer here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play that clip I was telling you all about earlier of the guy who has this two sun theory.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be
And I'm
interesting to hear somebody else's opinion,
Yeah.
whether they stole it or not.
We said there's
I
no
don't
name
see
dropped,
this
so
feeling.
And he has, I don't know, like 960,000 followers on
Oh, wow.
TikTok.
Is his name
No,
Thomas?
No,
It's not.
No, I'm serious. I think his name
Right.
might be Thomas too.
Okay.
Oh, well, let me check. Just make sure so I'll know. Because I don't remember. I should have It probably says it on his screen, but let me look real
Yeah.
fast. But yeah, and that I'm sure if he has that many on TikTok, he's probably on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Snapchat.
Usually the big things
Everything.
are like that.
Yeah, pulling in money where we're not. Yeah.
Where popularity counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number of clicks gives you the money.
Clickety click. Arbitrary.
Clickety click.
And be
Well,
sure to
see,
like and
I'm gonna
subscribe
go
and hit the
ahead and
notification
But-
bell.
But you
On
know the
YouTube.
sentence: the most hated man is the man who spoke the truth. So
yeah.
Correct.
guess what?
Okay.
We'll
His
just
You
know.
name
don't get money.
his name is Beauty BeautyMRK. Beauty Mark.
Oh, I know this dude too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and play it. Yeah. All right.
Iceland is so mysterious, but also very serious, and a lot more people need to be talking about it. In the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, you've probably seen it before, is a fault line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole. It is the longest fault line on the planet, and as you can see, Iceland is right up here at the top. Well, the cracks in Iceland are moving and expanding much faster than they normally do. I believe that this is because of electromagnetic disturbances, specifically because of the pole shift, but I'm starting to think that pole shifts may have not occurred throughout history for just any reason, any natural reason, should I say. And just hear me out. Have you ever heard of the two-sun theory? We, as mortal beings, in theory, live in a
Red and
binary
yellow.
solar system, which I would assume to be centered inside of a possible black hole.
That's what
something
they look
similar.
like
And
right now.
within this galaxy, right, we are intertwined with another galaxy, aka dimensions. But the theory is that every
Galaxy.
3,654 years, second sun comes around with 7 planets and 4 moons. One of them theoretically being Nibiru, or Planet X, theoretically the home planet of the Anunnaki, which we'll get to here in a second. Just imagine a secondary gravitational pull on our planet. Fault lines are going to react weirdly. And why else would
Correct.
people like Elon
He's
build
a buff
infrastructure that can be powered by water in areas that have no water? The magnetic North Pole isn't even any longer over the geographical North Pole. This was 2020, by the way. It's now over Russia. It's been moving slowly each year, and in recent
Siberia.
years, moving 40 miles or so, predicting that water levels will rise where there was once land sooner than we think. Sort of what I assume happened to Atlantis, or Noah in theory. And the return of our creators is due to occur once more. Why do you think the Sumerians made these tablets? See, the Anunnaki, in theory,
They're
descended to
here.
Earth when humanity was very young. They, in theory, claim to be God, with only a few of them really having divine purposes in store for us. One of them being Enki, the brother. Enki is always associated with water. Take Poseidon, for instance. His brother, Enlil, was depicted as having attributes similar to that of Zeus. They were depicted as being masters of energy and engineering, kind of like the engineers in Prometheus. But see, in theory, the Anunnaki were not alone. Another race known as the Custodians, shapeshifters from a neighboring realm. Shapeshifters that
Making
pierced
my
the
head
dome
hurt.
above their flat world to invade ours. The Anunnaki have reigned through might. Custodians have reigned with deceit. Why do you think there's a two-sided system? That's why the people need to look into something called the Tartarian Empire. That would truly open your eyes as to who humanity's true ancestors really were. I believe that those
Too
hidden
much.
maps are out there.
Too
And I also
many
believe that
concepts
soon enough, they will
melded
finally be
together.
revealed. Look at the announcement
Yes.
that Trump just made on UFOs. Welcome to the
He's a
age
ball
of awakening,
carrot.
people.
He's
Okay,
a bar
remember how
carrot.
mu-
He's taking all these concepts and spewing them all out and trying to connect them all
He gave you
together.
A whole
Yes.
handful of our information. His picture was accurate. That's good. That's what we're going to see. The yellow sun and the red sun this summer, people. We're seeing it now. He is, for the most part, mostly accurate, but he's doing the blender. He's throwing all of his conspiracies in, and he's making the blender milkshake. And
It don't work. People just staring. What? What?
But I want to tell everybody doing this out there. So everybody had this own theory and mix this and this and this together.
Yeah.
So sometimes there is truth outside, but mostly they say no, this and this and this and this, and then it's go crazy.
Exactly.
Um,
You put
the
too many
information that we
parameters,
share-
you muddy the mix.
all of the information that we share, when we talk about Nibiru and Saru and Asatum and Nepesity and Matim, all of this we built from reality. We didn't grab a bunch of crap off the internet and run and sling it at you guys. This has been time gathered, time proven, time after time after time. Our information is factual. There are a few things maybe we might be a little wrong on. There might be a couple of the things that we're calling asteroids that might actually be moons, because most gas giants have multiple moons. Now, there's a possibility the Tan asteroid is actually a moon. There's a
But the other
possibility
thing
that
is,
the
they're
Leaf
obscured,
asteroid
so we can't
is a
make
moon.
them out all the time either, Sam.
Right.
That's
And-
the hardest part. We can see their trails and their rainbows and stuff, but they're 9 times out of 10 obscured from our view. So
Right.
we
And
can't
do
tell
have,
whether they're asteroids or moons.
we have the occasional, like way back when Jesus was still living in New Mexico, and Natu's moon was
Yep.
directly over the top of us, and it was unbelievably huge. It was like
Yep.
a big old Zeppelin hanging right over that you could reach out and touch. It was that damn close. And during
Yep.
those periods of time, we did actually see the craters, and that's how we
Mhm.
know it's a moon. Now we now
Mhm.
we believe that Matim has a moon because we have seen examples of that. We're still not
Mhm.
completely convinced, but when we have a limitation, we try to mention that publicly, and we work it out amongst ourselves, amongst all the sister sites. And if somebody has an important comment or thought, then we actually try to incorporate that in the reality. But we don't gather crap off the internet. We can gather
Hey,
our
Thunder.
information from direct sightings from credible people that we know.
And
And
and then we
And
come
also-
on here and discuss it to collectively try and work out what we're looking at as well. So we're not guessing.
and people can look it up or can prove this with their own eyes. This theory, so they can maybe see the second sun this year. So they have it in practice. It's not just a theory. They can go look it outside, and the other stuff is just theory, not practical, and that's the difference, in my opinion.
Right.
And when the second sun does become visible and they do start showing it on the TV, how are people going to react then?
I don't know.
Well, they're already talking about environmental issues where they're, look at
I
that.
think
That's
they'll
the
do
side of Yuri.
nothing. Honestly,
I think they're going to have to nudge people to literally stay out of the sun. It's going to get, it'll be so hot that they're going to have to admit to the world that climate change is doing this or whatever. And then they're going to start asking people to work at night. There are sci-fi movies out there where that is the case, where people have to actually exist at night and they don't dare go out during the day. And if you look
Wow.
at Cappadocia, Turkey, it used to be
Yes,
Cappadocia.
underground cities.
The underground cities. That's why that there's 30 miles of tunnels, because you don't go dig 30 miles of tunnels for willy-nilly or just to hide from the Romans. Not
And
only that,
Darren
They're so
Yuku,
sophisticated.
20,000 people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
And not
more.
only
18
that,
levels. 18 levels.
they were dug around the beginning of the last cycle. And of course, remember people, the last time Santorini blew up, it was 1650 BC, right when the planets were coming, and that wiped out a whole area of the Greek islands. I mean,
Correct.
the Greek islands look like that because of Santorini. They
And
literally
Atlantis
were tsunamis.
disappear.
Wow.
Atlantis disappeared this time too, I think. So there's
Well,
a huge,
Atlantis,
huge.
I still believe the theory Atlantis is in the eye of the Sahara, and because the river patterns on the west coast of the Saharan Africa is
You're
where I
talking
believe Atlantis is, because the geological
Mauritania?
area there in the eye of the Sahara, you can look that up. The geological
But the-
ground, it looks like what Homer described as Atlantis.
But scientists have come back and dismissed that now, saying that it was like a sink. So when the Mediterranean got flooded, that was the last place for the water to pool, and all of those show like a sedimentary dehydration process. It's been proven it's not Atlantis. Atlantis is a landmass that was supposed to be sunk between Africa and Australia. So right in the middle of that
But it was
area
described
is
as
where it
being
was supposed
at
to
the
be.
mouth it was described in old tales by being the
Rock
by
of Gibraltar.
Rock of Gibraltar. Gibraltar. I can't even say it. Gibraltar.
Rock
Jeez.
of Gibraltar.
I got rented
That's
lips,
why we
man.
have
I'm
all the
telling you.
fables of Constantinople and all of those.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but Atlantis was off that coast, and they're saying some geological thing happened for that whole landmass to be swallowed under the ocean.
true. Or rising of the oceans.
Correct. Melting of the ice caps through the
right,
pole
right.
shift.
12,000 years ago, the glaciers and the ice started melting, and Doggerland happened 8,000 years ago.
High Brazil.
Now, remember,
High Brazil.
Well,
We
High
talk
Brazil
about
was
the
meant
ice
to
age.
be incorporate Britain.
We
That
talk
was
about
just
the
like
ice age.
Brigadoon.
Now, remember, people, the ice age does not mean the entire planet is covered in ice. Last ice age did not cover the whole planet. The whole middle equator was just fine. And all
Yeah,
sorts of
yeah.
civilizations were living
Everything-
through that 12,000 or 14,000 or 16,000, however long it lasted. I need to look that
Yep.
up again. It's been a long time since I looked up
I
how
think-
long the
I think
last
they
ice
said
age
about
was.
12,000?
That's when it melted. I believe that the ice
At
age
12,000
lasted for
BC.
25,000 years. I don't know. It melted off
It
in
was.
25 years.
It was a long period of time because, again, they said it was because we were at the bottom of the ecliptic and we had different kind of effects back then. So you're probably right. Probably, 5 million years ago the melt-off happened? Or the
I-
Ice Age?
No,
According to
there have been
Randall Carlson, he believes that there was about 50,000 years ago that we actually started seeing impacts that brought on the ice age melt.
from
So
what
if we were
graphs
frozen
that
for a
I've
long
seen,
period of time, it wouldn't have been, as you said, it wouldn't have been the whole planet. It would have only been the northern hemisphere.
and or the southern. From what I've seen, I
But not
believe
as-
that we've had 5 different ice ages within known history. So there's
we-
no way to actually believe. I can't believe anybody anymore because a
Well,
lot of
this
these
is what
guys
I
don't
mean.
even-
The surface of the Earth keeps rotating and rotating and rotating. So who's to say when something from 50 million years ago isn't going to come to the surface now? Isn't
Sure.
that what they're finding with these out-of-place artifacts?
Yeah.
Like, just
hammer
look at
stuck
the
in coal.
Antikythera mechanism.
Yeah.
You know, that's supposed to be 2,000 years old, and that was supposed to predict solar cycles, moon cycles, ecliptics, conversions, conjunctions, star alignments, and that was based to be a computer back then.
Made of bronze.
So, for them to have that kind of information and technology tells you that they had a higher intelligence rate than what we currently have now.
Like the Tartarian
Exactly.
buildings, they also all over the planet, and the wars
Stonework.
destroy mostly of them.
That's right. They've ripped out all of the old architecture because they don't want us to know about it. You only have
Yes.
to go around to some of the older buildings and look at their capstones, the very first stone that was laid, and they will say, usually on there, a year that it was laid in Roman Orthodox terms. There's a building here that was supposed to have been built in 1850. If you have a look at the year, it says 5737 on it. So they believe that that year that was laid was the 57th century that we'd been living through. That sounds
So confusing.
Well, this is what I mean. Calendars are our inventions. It's like the Mayan calendar. Why did it stop, or why did they say
Right.
it stopped at 2012? Was it because they ran out of space, or are they having a joke with
Well,
it?
then it went into the unusual 13th Bakhtum, which was the time of no time. And that was the
That's right.
transition. That was the transition where we were moving in our galaxy from the southern ecliptic plane to the middle of it. That was the time of no time, because now we are on the markings of the 6th age.
And we are the 7th root race, which means we've gone through at least 7 versions of the Kali Yuga.
Wow.
Yeah, and
So
we
the
are not
Golden
supposed to
Age,
look
the Iron Age, to the Stone Age, the Dark Age, and then back again. So we're on that peak where we could either tip one way or the other. We could either go back to the Stone Age, or we can increase and become more technologically advanced
Don't forget the
to
breakup of the
the
Bronze
benefit
Age,
of everyone.
which nobody can agree on the date on that one. But I believe that the breakup of the Bronze Age was the last cycle of the passing of Nibiru. A lot of
Well,
people talk
they
about
estimated
12,000 or 1250 BC, but I believe it was
Yeah,
1600 BC.
Yeah, see, they put
Oh,
that
that's
between
beautiful picture.
1200
Look at
and
it.
1500 BC. There's a 300-year window there.
Yeah, right. And no two scientists agree on that date at all. Everybody I keep watching, everybody believes that the breakup of the Bronze Age was a completely different era. And I go, no, well, what would break up the Bronze Age? A disruption in your environment where you literally had to, move, and your civilization came to an end. Look at what, broke up the Sumerians and the Arcadians and all of that.
Wow.
Well, Gillian and I were talking about that the other day, like in Lebanon, where they've got some of the unfinished obelisks, like the pregnant woman. Apparently, when they first uncovered that under the undergrowth, there was all of their tools left behind.
Wow.
Why would workers drop their tools and run for cover if something wasn't going on?
Yep. If they just
And many
disappeared, then
civilizations-
did they jump through a Stargate, or what did they do?
Well, that's what they were trying to say the Mayans and the Aztecs did. They opened a Stargate and went
Right
elsewhere.
after. Oh.
That
that
one,
thing.
Sam?
What
You
is
still
that?
with us, Sam?
Hello, Sam?
We've
I think
lost
it's red
Sam.
asteroid.
It has to be
That red
because of the
asteroid.
stripings.
We'll go back. Pretty sure it's.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at that thing.
Star Destroyer, maybe.
Mm,
Looks like a
Oh.
spoon, a big
to me, it
orange
looks more
spoon.
like an asteroid because the swirl shape it has.
Looks like a
Yeah.
spoon.
Tail. There are some pictures of the red asteroid with that tail.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Red asteroid. Oh, I've seen that this week. Look at that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
something
becoming
like that.
really frequent, hasn't it, Jillian?
You had that in your picture last night, Gillian.
Yep,
When you
yep.
Backlit custom plays are happening like every day now.
But the thing, there's a thing sat on the horizon like that, and right next to it is a deep, big blue.
the big
And
blue
the
thing.
focal was in between. The focal
Yeah.
was in between. Beautiful. It's just wild. You can see almost shadows there.
Yep. It's at the long box there.
Look at that thing.
Okay, and I have pictures coming in. I'm loading actually from Thunder.
Great.
So
Look at
you got
that.
that more too. And I see Chris has sent me pictures, and I think
Okay.
Jillian sent me something. What else do I have? This is almost done. Sharon, I think I had some of your reels from like last week.
Cool.
I had
Well, that's unfortunate, Rebecca, because I'll have to run away soon.
oh well, it can
but
wait.
that's okay. You can play them. You can play them if you wish.
Yeah.
I'm easygoing. I'd much rather, everyone have a fair share at having a look at what these guys have got going on. So,
Yeah. I
but
feel
yeah,
the same way. Sharon.
I've got a birthday to attend to, so
Cool.
That's
I
right.
hope everyone has a wonderful week. Keep taking those cameras out and taking the best sky pictures ever. And I'll catch you on the lives again, Rebecca, when I can.
Yay.
Anyway,
I appreciate
easy,
that,
everyone.
Sharon. Okay. Take care.
Night, Sharon.
Oh,
See you
have
next
a
time.
lovely
Bye, everyone.
birthday. Give a hug to
I will.
Rochelle.
Yay.
I will.
Party,
Take care,
party.
everyone. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I know, rebrand. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
I never get tired. I mean, I really don't get tired of looking at sky pics. Like I just, because they're all just a little bit different. Even though you've seen it before, you never have. Not like that. So,
Never.
right.
Look, there's the fishbone effect again.
Yeah.
But that's the side of Uri, isn't it?
I think
What is the
so.
fish-
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of flat above the sun, but it does look like
Yeah.
Uri. Uri has some asteroid action with it, which that's what it looks like, and that too. Yep.
Wow.
And see how blue green that is? And
Mhm.
Saru is blue green.
That is so big.
Yeah, Saru.
Wow.
Yeah. I love these drone shots. You know, it
Yeah.
gets up
Oh,
high
yeah.
like that. Usually,
sorry, I shouldn't be
they're the
munching.
ones- I didn't catch all that.
I was just chewing something.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Full moon, right?
Yeah.
So cheeky, just sitting there. Oh, there it is again.
Nopicity.
Yeah.
It won't be long before we're going to see that a lot. Those, because the weather is going to start acting
It'll
up.
change again, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll see that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love that one too.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Imagine seeing that in a time lapse.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. I know. I wish.
Uh-huh.
I love that. Uh-huh.
Weird.
Illumination. Probably red asteroid. I mean, it could be Atu. I would imagine.
One if that's Northern Lights, and then of course there's that.
Yeah, well, right, that. And I know they said it's SpaceX. There's just no way. I don't believe that
No.
at all. Not even.
Gee, that looks like dolphins
second.
jumping out the water. That looks like dolphins.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Asteroids.
That's wild.
Planet.
Yeah. It's not dolphins, it's asteroids.
You have to look and
I'm
see what
sorry. Looks like
you have to
dolphins.
learn what SpaceX rocket trails look like. They're nothing. They spiral and loop, and they're awkward because they change directions, and you can see it in the trail of what a SpaceX launch looks like compared.
Right. Okay, so I'm getting Thundas sent over. Is Thunder here? Thunder? Oh, yeah, she is. Cool. Great.
I was looking at the eye of the Sahara. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just incredible. Mm.
I think it deserves archaeological discovery.
Oh, it's amazing.
There is
Where-
so much hidden stuff
Yeah.
underneath the sand of the Sahara. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a treasure trove for inland ocean, early whales and early sharks back when
Wow.
parts of Africa were underwater, under an ocean. And now, Africa is moving north quickly. Within the last decade, it has moved 70 some odd, 75 or 78 kilometers north.
Wow.
Yeah. Mediterranean is getting smaller. That suspiciously looks like the green asteroid dead
Suspiciously
center.
crafty, isn't it? Very
Like
square.
right there too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Casper, that black dot.
Yeah, look at that. That little face sticking out.
The black dot is Casper.
Wow.
Cool.
Yep.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Sam
Well,
just says it also nonchalantly.
Jason in New Zealand was going, "Where's Casper? Where's Casper?" Well, we've been talking about it for weeks since.
Hello, Casper.
Casper's
stand
really
up.
cool. It is the most rainbowy out of all of them.
Beautiful. It's really sparkly.
Wish those trees weren't there.
Drives me nuts too.
It's like
Yeah,
best
we'll
reach
do
out
that.
and
Get obstructions out of the way, but
grab your tissue and reach for your camera lens, or your camera screen, or your cell phone screen, or what laptop screen, or in my case my HP screen. I'm going like, move them out of the way. Light blue, yellow. Remember to look at the horizon. Don't look at the light, look at the dark. Once you learn to do that, you'll see these planets. They'll jump out at you. It's resetting the mind's eye. So whose pictures are these?
Thundas.
Okay, thank you. That looks like Atu's moon. Remember, Matim is on the left-hand side of the sun. Very big now. You can see it. I can see it right there.
you need help.
Cool. What's that? Pretty blue.
Well, most of this is, our clouds and some generic because they got stormed, and so it's hard to call. Remember, we can see the planets at night. Now, people go outside. If you don't have too much light pollution, you can see these planets at night. They're not always out there. It's just when the lighting is right. And you can, sometimes you walk out the door in the first 5 minutes, you see something awesome. Other times it takes a half hour or more to actually see something, or longer. Again, the other night I saw the two crescents on the moon, and I immediately ran in the house and made a drawing. That is Atu's moon illuminated at night.
Wow.
Because if you look at the horizon, it's pitch black. There's no reason for that light to be up there.
Yeah.
Cut off on the left. Notice there's a shaft of light coming off the left-hand side because Matim is cutting into the sun. I can't wait to see what she's going to do this summer. She's going to get big. And again, it's either that one nighttime sighting was either the Tan asteroid or Matim, because it was right there, both on the left-hand side of the setting sun, which was already set. God, I did it again. Coca-Cola can rips out mustache hair. No fun.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Yeah, those
Ouch,
little
for sure.
cold tabs are dangerous, man. Shouldn't be drinking out of the can anyway. I'm supposed to pour it into a glass, right?
Have a
No.
straw.
Aluminum and all of that, bad for the brain. And how many people went through that? Don't drink out of aluminum. Not only that, the top of the can is so dirty you wouldn't believe.
I heard that pop cans, other cans in general, have a lining of plastic
Yeah.
as well. So there's
Oh,
plastic
nasty.
lining.
What?
So even more
I'll
plastic.
never drink a pop again.
I know, right?
Oh, I've absolutely reduced. On the first, hundreds or so shows, I do drink 2 to 3 pops. I can't do that anymore. The other day, we did the show. I didn't even finish the pop, and I was so uncomfortable after the show because I couldn't even get a decent burp out of the deal. It's going down in my stomach and intestines and bothering me for hours afterwards. So I apparently can't drink that stuff no more.
That was it.
Get a
That was
nice
my
healthy
bad.
glass of Culligan water.
Thanks, Thunder.
Thank you, Slunda.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
We
Thank
have
you.
not seen today.
What?
You know who's missing? Doobaloo.
Oh yeah.
No, it's been here.
Doobaloo. Is Doobaloo
Yeah,
here?
it's been here.
Well, I was a little jealous yesterday or the
Yeah.
other day when we went on the live. She kept beating me to #1 on the comments stream.
Oh. She is
That's
usually
funny.
first one in the chat when I go live. Like
He's a
she's like,
professional
Okay.
tiki talker.
she is there.
Pardon me for not noticing you, Juju, if you are here.
It's okay. I'm
A
gonna.
pro
this up
tiki
here.
talker.
I'll show you a little bit of the live. Let's see.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Huh.
And this, of course, is her recording on YouTube, so she can't show you the drawings, but she can show a good feed.
Yeah. But I can hold my camera sideways as a compensation for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just amazing.
It was
Literally, that is the sun peeking out between like 4 different planets right there.
thing.
There's the ion tail of a Saturn's yellow moon, very thick, and above that, that patchy weird thing is the long box, I think. And there's their Nepacity right there.
Really showing.
Wow. Look at that. Yeah.
Big 3 asteroids, and this, of course, that's the ion trail right there off of Saturn's yellow
Mhm.
moon.
Oh, cool.
Look at Necessity.
All right, somebody just whipped out a doobie.
Uh-oh.
I can smell it. I can smell
Oh
it.
my god! Wow.
It's fresh, unlit. So somebody's rolling one somewhere.
Huh. Who is it?
Not me.
I just smelling unburnt
Oh my
marijuana.
gosh. Raise your hand.
Yeah, you know, it's legal in many states.
Yeah,
is.
it's legal.
Well, it's
And in my
medical.
opinion, highly over about time, because oh my God. You know, can
Right.
you imagine the resources we wasted on and all the poor people that got put in prison over weed?
That's
Oh, man.
horrible.
Sad. And by the way, you know, that was brought to this country in the 1700s along with the revolution. Most of the hemp, of course, was used for making rope, but there
Sure.
was a lot of folks that were taking part of the buds. But now it's, of course, highly hybrid comparison to way back when.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I was a kid in Minnesota, if we ever wanted any of that, all we had to do is go over to the neighbor's field and harvest all we wanted. But, you know, they were, of course, male leaves. And, of course, you know, you'd
Oh.
have to smoke like 18 of the 18 joints in a row so you can get a buzz. You know, you'd probably smoke, you know, alfalfa just about the same. But, you know,
Oh
because
my
they used to
God.
call that Minnesota ditchweed. And, oh, my God, marijuana type rope in Minnesota is just everywhere.
I'm sure.
And of course, Nebraska and Michigan and Indiana and Ohio, I'm sure it's mostly eradicated by now. But there was a period of time where we, you know, in this country on the 13 original colonies where hemp makes the best rope. There is rope that is 200
Paper.
and 300 years old and it's still intact.
Yeah. What do they call
Yeah.
it? Tensile strength? Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
lose
mean,
any
it-
tensile strength.
Hemp, you know, that's why Levi Strauss used to make their original early blue jeans were made out of hemp.
Yeah.
But they lasted so long that they weren't selling as many as they should. So they moved to cotton.
Oh, it's a cheese sandwich, not that.
Did you put oregano on your cheese sandwich?
I know. It's like, does it smell like that?
I don't know. I have never associated cheese
What
sandwich
kind of cheese
to,
sandwich you got?
to unburnt marijuana. But I got
Yeah.
this strong whiff of like somebody was rolling a joint or something. It's like, that's not happening here. Where'd that come from?
Right? Better not be.
Well, you know. Aren't you kidding? Remember, I'm the guy with the halo.
Right?
Remember
I
that?
know. I can't imagine you having to
Right.
get authoritative or the disciplinarian type.
Yeah, well, remember we had complaints about that picture that Rebecca made of me, and I mean, there are people out there going to complain about everything.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still
Oh, look
chuckling
at
about
that!
that.
Look at that trail
How
there
dare?
down the side.
How
on the
dare
right.
you?
That one on the right is a sea trail, but that is I think that's Nibiru related. Where's the light? Okay, yes, directly back. Yeah, that's Nibiru related,
Uh-huh.
and that's what, of course, your hand is pointing out right there.
Look how it's making like a shadow on the sky.
Yeah, that's
you
one
can see-
I always chuckle about that. The shadow on the planet of from the sea trail, and we've talked in the past. We've been wondering if maybe some of those star destroyers were up there skimming from one planet to the next, leaving their own sea trails. Because that's awful close up to those planets up there. But it leaves a shadow on something that it should not be able to leave a shadow. That's definitely a sea trail. And again, when you were doing this, I was looking at the shadowing going on. It is on something going straight up. Look at that shadow, people.
I just thought it was odd because I remember talking about that streak and how it just abruptly stopped. It didn't continue. It just stopped right where you see it. It's not continuing.
Right. They spray over populated areas only. And otherwise it would cost them too much money to spray everything. I remember in 2010, 2012 that they were just going ape shit on the spraying.
I counted like 10 planes that night, you know.
I thought you got to 11.
Okay,
Sorry.
11. I'll give him 11. Fine. Yeah, but you know what I mean. 11 streaks or planes. I mean, look at the sky. It's just like obviously something else is going on.
Well, there are people out there that are going to doubt everything we're telling them, and they're going to chalk us up as nut jobs. And remember our favorite YouTuber, Dan, the science guy, and you know, those people are absolutely batshit crazy. It's one of the most elaborate, insane things I've ever heard of. Meanwhile, back at the farm, you know,
All right.
we're sitting here watching the planets. Well, he can't even imagine them.
Am I frozen?
No, you're moving.
Oh, Carol Ann is checking on me. She thinks I'm frozen. I don't.
Yeah, you got to be more animated.
Time for an instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing you do is you check the light source. Where's the light? And I'm always, when I look at a picture, I look at the buildings and I go, okay, where's the light coming from? And then I look at the planet and then I know what I'm looking at. Because you guys count on me for the correct answers, not the wrong ones.
Oh, look, you can see that curve. So right there. Look.
Yeah, that's the edge of
So
your.
beautiful.
And you were right. Now, see that rainbow over by the tree on the right?
Yeah.
That is where Casper is, right next to the lead asteroid.
Okay. Oh,
So
yeah. Okay.
that big blue shape in there is that the lead asteroid on the right.
Yeah, behind it. And Casper and lead asteroid are right next to each other right now, currently this week. The little nuances of the side drawing. A lot of people
backlit
missed
crescent
it.
flares have been getting bright.
I was very proud of Rebecca. She noticed that Yuri had risen and noticed the nuance change in the drawing. I was proud of you.
Thanks, Sam. It's true. I mean, I've never seen Yuri up where Atu's moon usually is.
Right.
Basically.
And you've gotten literally, you're in the high 90 percentile of accuracy while doing your shows. You know what you're talking about. You know exactly what's up there. You're doing an excellent job. I haven't had to correct you in forever. So you're doing great.
Oh my goodness, Sam. Thank you. Wow. That's nice to hear.
Well, you know, that way, if, you know, I suddenly don't wake up and I take the long dirt nap, then you can take over.
Dirt.
Stop.
I guess, but yeah, I don't, hopefully that's a long time from now, really.
Yeah, I'd like to have another 20 years or more. And I was telling, I think Jesus the other day or Mark, I can't remember who I was talking to. I said, yeah, I plan to live to 125. It's like by then my elbows and knees will be worn out, but you know. Bad joke.
Let's fast forward a little bit
But
more.
you know, I could always study Lazarus syndrome.
Yeah.
You know, there's a term to look up people if you don't know who Lazarus was and what happened to him. And there, you know, there's huge sci-fis about the Lazarus syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
People have been writing about that in sci-fis for years.
Oh, yeah. All the juicy movies you can make.
Yeah, I'll just, I'll call my alien buddies and tell them bring down a med bed or take me up to a med bed and give me a
Yeah.
recycle job. There we go. I need to live another 100 years, please.
Hey, Kara,
I'd like
yeah,
that.
that's
I would
fine.
very much like that. And if you think I'm an authoritarian when I'm sitting at the table at the restaurant with my friends, now could you imagine me 100 years from now?
Oh man.
I would be unbearable.
Oh yeah. Total know-it-all.
Yeah, I had friends, in the 80s and 90s, and I sort of hinted at the binary solar system. And oh my God, would they fight me on that? My little brother, I hinted at it one Thanksgiving to my little brother because he was talking about space, and I said, "Well, in my knowledge of the solar system, we have 2 stars." And he, "Well, what do you know?" And he laughed at me, and I went, "Okay, you don't want to know, and therefore I'm not going to tell you."
Right.
Because I could not break the non-disclosure agreement. I definitely could not do it because I knew what the threats were. They were so huge that I didn't dare. I totally didn't dare. Come to find out that the people that they used against me because pulled my heartstrings, turned out those guys weren't worth it. My family has completely abandoned me, and I hate to say that they weren't worth it, but in actuality, my family has completely shoved me away because of whom and what I am. And my mom called me Mr. Know-It-All, and it was rhetorical, and it was also accurate because I don't forget things. I used to have a perfect memory. I remembered everything, not so much lately, but I knew shit, and I was very strong in my opinion. And God has saw it fit to hand me one of my children to be just as big of a smart ass as I was to pay me back. So, and we won't name names.
Right.
Just in case they're behind the corner listening to me again. The other day, I was talking about one of my daughters. Again, I won't say which one. I was saying something that was a little personal, and she's standing around the corner, and she comes into the doorway and goes, "Thanks, Dad." And I was caught, sharing, because they don't want me to share any information about them at all. That's why you guys have not seen a picture of them, because they absolutely refuse to let me take a photograph of them now, because they don't want
Come
to go
on,
public.
girls.
Well, I can't blame them. Especially
Right,
my
of
younger
course you
daughter.
can't.
She is a very seriously private person. And we were having at Nova's birthday dinner, we were having the conversation how much we actually enjoyed being hermits as a family. And I was briefly worried about that when they were little, like, oh, we're hermits because we live out of town and nobody comes out to visit us. Driving to Lolo from Missoula, it's only 8 to 10 miles, but you'd think it was the moon. People will not come out here. And maybe that's a good
Gee,
thing.
I stay 2 miles away and they still don't come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that you want them to.
You're right.
At the time.
That is the Tan asteroid and the edge of Uri.
Wow. Big.
And the question is, how strong is Matim in that right there in that shot? Is Matim farther forward than I realize, and is that Matim? Because it is large enough to be Matim.
That right here.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah, that's large enough to be Matim right
I could
there.
see that during the show.
Yep.
I got
would-
pictures like that during the weekend. When I took, filtered it a little
Okay,
bit.
but my
Like
question is, if you could rewind that back just a little bit, or when it next drops down again, hit pause. See that yellow edge on the left-hand side of the sun that's brightly, almost stripy? Is that's where Matim should be. So is the big blue thing the Tan asteroid with Matim behind it? Is my question. Yeah, is that the Tan asteroid right there? Which is way
so
too
all
big.
the other
That is
asteroids
way
around
too big
it.
to be the Tan. I mean, Tan asteroid. That's way too big for the Tan. So
wow. So which
Yeah,
part
wow.
is the Tan asteroid though? Like where is it?
yeah, we
Right
have to-
in front.
The Tan would have to be up higher to the left, but
Yeah.
the size says Matim.
I do see it. Look, you see it
Mhm.
right here. I see it.
Okay.
See a curve right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did get some captures of the Tan asteroid in front of Matim all
Curve
week.
right there.
All week. That's what's cool about everybody sending their stuff into us, because we get a chance to cross-reference all of this and And did you hurt your hand, Christopher?
Mm-mm.
No.
Hold on.
That big, you just wear that big bandage for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I caught him again.
It was
with his
like
mouth-
carpal tunnel. I feel like
Oh,
I've
Oh
been
no.
having cramps in my hand all day. And
Oh,
yeah, it kind of
that
hurts.
was
So
my right elbow. My right elbow
wrapped it
all
up.
day has been really sore. No reason I didn't hit it. I didn't do anything to it. There's no outside owies. It's just inside owies.
I
Right.
thought that was so strange looking. How
Yeah,
you
that
know,
is-
Yeah.
that is really odd.
so weird.
Looks like a train
And
track in the
I
sky.
forgot to mention it was freezing that evening. I had just been up there 2 hours earlier and it was pretty warm, comfortable, and I put on an extra hoodie and took off, and the temps had dropped like 40 degrees in 2
Ooh.
hours. It was just
right, and look how windy it is.
very windy.
Look at
Yeah.
that weird low.
Ice
Look at
cubes.
that big long thing going down, like from
Yeah.
up in the.
I
left
still
all the
stayed
way
for
down.
2 hours. I was I'm like, I am not
What is
leaving.
that?
We're gonna see this through. We're gonna follow it through.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Dark blue, light blue is so intense,
Definitely see
and
a
of course,
curve.
just pattern
that.
watch people. Look how obscured that
Yeah.
sun is. It is so. Of course,
Yeah.
the tree helps a lot, but
Yeah.
Look how big
Look,
that
chop that
blue
tree down.
is.
tell them they got to chop their
You
tree
got
down
a
because
cube
that's enough view.
right there.
Mm.
Cube.
Yeah.
That good. Yeah, it is a little cubey, isn't it?
I mean, it's got a little trail going back behind it too, but
Mhm.
there's something
Oh,
like
Cubey cubes. Look at
in
it.
the corner,
Looks big like a cube.
and then long box cube there.
Ah.
Hmm.
I am going to step away for a minute. I will be right back.
Okay, Sam. All righty. Cool. All right. Tara's going to be on here shortly.
Great.
I saw. So we'll get to catch up with her. That'll be
Always
nice.
just before I fall asleep.
Oh man, Daryl, I know I got your reels loaded. So it's like,
But this was your TikTok was just so good. I mean, look at that
Right.
bit. There's like Nipicity.
I'll go ahead and play I'm gonna pause this.
I'm fascinated by that line that's going all the way down in yours.
That one. Oh, you can't see this one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know
Hard to
for sure.
decide.
It could be a sea trail, though, is what I was going to say, because there was one that was working its way across at that direction and stuff. I kind of remember. Anyway, there wasn't that
Yeah.
many. Considering what you're seeing, like 10, 11 is you might as well say 0, basically. It doesn't matter. It's not going to phase this. So that's when you know this is something other than that. Yeah. You know it. I know you all know it. I'll pause, and then in a few minutes we'll go back and we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
back.
see how the conclusion. I'm gonna go ahead and play Jillian's
Okay.
reels. But before I do that, I forgot to play this earlier. This is Sam. He's Superman this week.
Wait.
Oh, ta-da-da. Tell that to my
Ta-da! Oh gosh.
Yeah, I like that armor. I like the S8
Right?
belt buckle very much.
I liked it too.
SH.
I stepped away from the microphone because I started sweating and thinking I might have to throw up.
Oh no.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you didn't
My
feel
ears
well
are
with the
ringing, and
nausea.
I'm dizzy, and I got hot, and so I when I said I'm stepping away, I was
Wow.
like running to the bathroom, but I didn't, and I'm still really queasy. Weirdly,
Oh, Sam.
I remember there's
no.
this puking thing going around.
Oh, that's
too,
the
so-
worst, man.
Well,
And it
I've
just
had a
sneaks up
sore
on you
throat.
like that from nowhere.
Well, we went out to dinner for
worst.
Nova's birthday, and
Yeah.
I've had a sore throat ever since.
Let's mouth that.
No,
Okay.
don't get me. And usually, I do the Listerine before I leave the house and when I come home. And the other day, I did not do it when I came home.
Oh, no.
And I
You
force the
find
kids to
Listerine
always
keeps you
wash their
safe.
hands the moment they get home. Wash their hands, wash their hands. They hate me for it, but I force them to do it.
Yeah.
They rarely ever get sick. It's me the one, of course, I'm the one that goes to the store all the time. Oh, man.
Yeah, look, there's the little ball.
Yeah, and it does look like the moon. Yeah, love that.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me that's not a planet. Tell me that's not a planet.
Yeah.
The sun is nuts. It was figure of 8. And the light's all dim. Look.
Yeah, I'm amazed that people haven't real. Maybe there's a lot of people that notice that there's something wrong with the light, but then they immediately go, "Oh, it's just a storm."
It's so different, though, the light, the dimness. It's so much dimmer this year. Look at that in 2018.
Well, there's, you've got Matim, you've got Uri on the left, you got Saru over the top, and you've got a Saturn Jello Moon on the right of the sun. And it's just the sun is just poking out in between all of that. And then you got the lead asteroid, and you got, Matim, Mary Moon, and the asteroids. And they're all just right there in our out view.
Yeah, look at that. I was talking to myself saying it was unbelievable, the dimness.
Yeah,
look,
see that's
then
the
it-
hourglass. The top illumination is the bottom of planet Saru. The bottom illumination is the sun that's going into setting mode. We know what's up there. And again, the sun is on the right hand side. It's coming this way. Nibiru and Atu and Nepesity are now past the sun. Over the top of us is Nepesity. And we're seeing facial illuminations. Now, Matthew Eagle in Minnesota from Minnesota Skywatcher was asking me what facial illumination was, because it's a term he hadn't known before. And that is facially, when the planets are beyond Earth, we are now seeing their faces illuminated. That's what facial illumination is. For the most part, for all those years prior, for literally 14 of the 16 years, nothing was past Earth. And so we were always seeing the dark sides of these planets. And I think that's the greatest reason why most of Earth has not seen the second solar system. That's changing now. When they leave, and when that second star separates from our star far enough
Look
that they're
there.
out of each other's out view, then we will
Look
see
at the
both
focal,
stars.
Sam.
Yeah, let me blow it up. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And again, I wonder if people actually believe me when I talk about star destroyers and the cubes. People, we have thousands and thousands of captures of the cubes and the ships. We're not guessing. I watched them offload by eye in 2019 in April, when they came out of hiding because they were in front of the sun or next to the sun for years after arrival.
And that was
2015.
at night. Look there, it just glowed. And he came out to see us as well.
Your deer are so funny looking. It's like they're a cross between a white tail and a I don't even remember what we call them here. We have whitetail on this side of the state, and then we have mule deer on the other side. That's what they call them. But yours is like a cross between the two of them over there in Europe. And your elk, you guys call stags. We call elk.
Mm-hmm. Elk.
Elk. Sounds like you're getting sick from eating too many sweet potatoes. Elk. Yeah.
Look there, does that match him?
Yeah. Wow. It looks like
think it's
types of yours.
Oh, wow. Well, okay. Yeah. I bet it looks like the location top left of the sun's, and you do see the left side of the curve coming back down
Yeah,
Yeah,
stripes
it's
of Uri.
beautiful.
with
First
a
thing I saw.
yeah.
Uri. Wow,
Yeah.
Uri's smaller.
No,
Huh?
it's much bigger. You're only seeing a part of it though.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about the 11 o'clock position of the sun being. I wish you could see my cursor. I mean, it looks like the size of Matim. I know it's striped though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And I just saw that. I hadn't seen that prior to that. You are right. Wow,
Does
there
that
is a
mean that
small.
Matim
Yeah,
is
that is literally the black area is literally the size of Matim. You're right, Rebecca.
Oh, good.
I saw
Well,
stripes and I immediately thought Uri. My
I
brain went
know.
automatically.
Yeah.
So
There's
that's
some
Matt's
weird
image?
dark shadowing going on. I'm sorry, Jillian. Go ahead.
Is that it's so there's two little eyes inside there, look.
The little square ones.
Okay, cool. Now we got
Hard to
got
tell.
that confirmed.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. See?
Interesting. Yes,
I
you're
love this. It's
superheroes
so cool.
on the Citizen Science
Oh, cool.
podcast. You know, we're like the Avengers, man.
Yeah, we're the Avengers. We're the truth Avengers. The dogs got all wet.
There
Now
you
they were trying to dry themselves. Wasn't that, Mommy?
We need to be
They
combed.
didn't get wet, man.
Oh,
Exoplanet.
I just love how NASA's tiptoeing between. We discovered a planet, and it's most likely already inhabited. Duh.
Oh, the geese. Look.
That used to be normal Montana. I have not seen that many geese in many, many years now. Everything's changed. They're not even flying their normal flight paths. Of course, it's probably us that moved, not the flight path.
Actually peeing rain on me when I took that video. Yeah, then there was this lady. And then the Hill of Stains I just found out about. Look at those things.
That looks like a medieval or a
That's what I was
Neolithic graveyard.
They said it was from the Bronze Age, Sam. I just found it today.
Right. Standing
It's
stone.
in a fan pattern, they say.
In the Neolithic
love-
age and the Bronze Age, they were still doing Christ burials. And of course, it depends on what part of the country you're talking about.
That
And,
was Keith
look at
Ness up here in the Highlands.
Belfast.
I love this picture. It's beautiful.
And everybody, you have to really learn this to size out the reality of how big these planets are.
Kitty cat.
Yuri again.
Gracie,
Yeah, such a great
Awesome.
picture there. Yeah.
love it. There's that at Glen Shee. Look, it's amazing. It's like a pyramid.
Yeah.
Well, now remember that there are volcanoes in Scotland.
Yeah, try not to remember that.
Glacially rolled stone. A lot of round rocks were also used in mining operations to break up ore, so that they could boil the minerals and the silver and the gold out of them, or copper,
Sure.
depending on what you're mining.
Somebody
or
just
iron.
found gold here again.
Nice.
Oh yeah, there's gold everywhere.
Mhm.
A lot of it was not worthwhile to get out of the ground, but now that the price
Right.
of gold is so high, that it's absolutely worth it. I know where our
I
gold
love
mine
that.
is in Missoula, that I'm sure has moved past local memory, because I mined it as a child. I was my dad was in a
Cool.
gold mine, and they brought me down in the tunnel, and they didn't let me go very deep in, but it was spooky.
Yeah,
spooky
I was
enough
scared
that I
of
did not
the
want to be in-
mines.
I didn't
My
want to
dad
be
went
in
in
the
them
coal mine.
too.
Yeah, Rebecca, this is so prominent right now. Well, no disinformation. There is so much disinformation, and I hope that this Leah lady that we keep talking about, I'm not going to mention her last name because I don't think it's her real name anyway. But
Right.
she is so much producing this Zeta Talk crap. And if you guys listen to Zeta Talk, turn us off right now and go back and watch them because you're not even in the same world that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you believe in Zeta
Who is
Talk,
this guy? What was this?
go away. That's Ion Tail. Yeah, I was watching this thing about the pyramids being underwater, and which makes the pyramids far older. They say the pyramids are 4,000 years old. I think they're far older.
I reckon they
even
are
that-
too.
I think they were underwater and being the top one that has the capstones and it goes down a little bit and then it's all washed away. That is
Right.
shoreline water processing. And of course, the Sphinx was underwater. You can see that because the plankton ate into the limestone.
No, thank you.
That is it. That's where it ends.
Yeah.
So you're going to
Cool,
cut that out,
Julian.
girl?
The sun was doing such bizarre things up here in Scotland. I mean, even Sharon McKee, that light pinch one, the one picture, was so striking of Sharon's as well.
You guys,
Sharon McKee.
it's a calendar mark day. My daughter's growing up. She's cutting her own pizza.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah. Everybody's clapping for those guys, they hate digging things out of the oven and they don't want to get burned and all of that. So they have
Be
meat cutters
careful.
for them.
Put your oven mitts on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm a
just take
big
your
cheese
time.
now. I'm a big cheese carrier now.
Yeah, well, they're
easier
getting
and
independent and they're cooking in the kitchen by themselves now. God forbid you should see my
Nice.
kitchen. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, Daddy, it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, I was doing laundry and dishes this morning at 5 a.m. So
yeah.
No way. You should get one of the serfs up to do it. Sorry, girls. I mean, girls.
I first I gotta have money to hire somebody, but I mean, I'll be calling hospice before. I'm joking. Bad joke. Bad knock on wood. Bad joke.
Bad joke.
She has this little spring. It's a spring like a cat. It come in a bag of cat toys, but it's just a little plastic spring, and she is just wigging out. She's like rolling around, and that's like her little best friend.
There's always that one toy in the.
I know, like
you
a
know.
2-cent toy.
Hey,
She's
she
having
has,
a great
now,
time
is
with
that Mitten? She has not had any
Mitten.
relapses lately. That is great. She's feeling
No,
better.
actually, the doctor tested her again, like a follow-up test for feline leukemia, and he said it
Oh.
was definitely negative.
Oh, good.
She
Right,
hasn't got it. See, it was a false net. It was a false positive. You know, like
Right,
you got
'cause I was
for
told
the C.
in October it came back positive, but then I learned there's a lot of false positives, so I just kept holding out hope that it wasn't that. But he says
I
definitely
told you.
not.
I told you. I
Yeah,
told
she
you.
would be a sick
Not our,
pup.
not our
Mhm.
mittens too. I
Yeah.
told you.
So, and they tested her for something else, another terrible cat disease, and that was negative too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's
it's like
just
they were
treating
looking for it,
symptoms.
man.
Yeah, every now, I mean, she still has a little bit of the kind of like, I mean, he's to the point of wondering if it's polyps in her sinus cavity. It's
Mhm.
making her breathing sound,
Yeah, she's
like
probably
Mhm.
gets allergens. You know, like people with
Yeah.
sinuses, like me. It
Asthma.
just drives me insane.
but it's,
Asthma.
right, something like asthma. So we're
Oh
But she's
no, you're
doing
dying.
good.
Oh, we'll have to cut your nose
We're
off. Oh
good.
no.
Mm-hmm.
ah. So okay, now what? Now what about
I
Bud?
think Thomas is being awful quiet today.
Thomas.
I'm gonna switch headsets because I need to charge this headset. Hang on.
He may be
We're
sleeping.
going into whisper mode, guys.
Yeah,
It's
you guys
whisper
were
mode.
talking about the cat sleeping, and I immediately looked over at Thomas and I went, "Oh yeah," because we had an event once in one of the early shows where Thomas was sleeping, and we would go half about it.
He gets
Yeah, but
allowances.
If
Part
Thomas
time.
has
Oh,
been
so
on
good.
for 14 hours or something, I would
Yeah, it's
Right.
the middle of the
going
night.
for a
It's
wee
the
snooze.
middle of the night where he is.
Yeah.
So it's just rough. He's gone to sleep, which is okay. We look at his smiling,
Right.
hairy face.
That's right. I'm definitely gonna have to get some hair tips from you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want curls like that,
Nope.
man.
Jackie said no.
Hey, I went
You don't want me to grow my
store.
hair like that?
I went to the store the other day and looked like that myself when I got out of the wind. And
Oh,
I was
sure.
like,
Oh yeah,
boy,
the
I went
other
in
day I
public
went
like
to
that.
work and my hair was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm gonna start this video. It's some pictures that Christopher had sent me.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
gonna show you that. I'm gonna step away for a minute and make sure. There's
Oh.
one kitty cat that didn't get to eat, so I'm just gonna make
Uh-oh.
sure.
oh,
she's
chicken
setting her ready
girl.
for me.
Just
Chicken
She's
a-
just
girl.
sitting there, outside kitty. So anyway, and then
That
we'll be all.
reminds me, we need to
normal.
feed the
There we go.
outside cat. Get Shiloh on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
how's your outside little hooligan, Sam?
Oh, okay.
They've been around. They've been eating. Simba, which is a gray and white cat, hissed at me the other day when I came on the porch, and he's been normally friendly, but his brother Garfield is always just really nice. And Shiloh even asked me, "Can we bring him?" And I went, "No, no more cats." No, I'm not.
But Dad,
I am dying from asthma already from this damn one cat that we've got. And not only that, Roosevelt would never tolerate another cat. No, she would be fighting her or hiding, or we'd have fur flying or God only.
oh yeah.
She's already in enough distress as it is. She's itching still and all of this, and she's a psycho. And she peed on Nova's robe day before yesterday. That was the laundry I was doing this morning.
Oh no.
Kitty pee.
Did
I want
Did
that
you
in my
salvage
washer.
it?
Well, yeah, I washed it in bleach water, and because it's a light color, it's light brown and white, so I was able to add a little bit of bleach to the water and get the smell out. So normally something like that goes right in garbage, but I mean this was her robe,
Right.
so I'm gonna toss that. She's due for a new one. I mean, Nova is like 5'6", 5'7" now, and she's huge. A little Viking girl, And I would hate to see her punch me or anybody else.
Be a knockout.
Oh well,
yeah, exactly.
I
More ways
taught
than
my
one.
girls early, how to protect themselves and defend themselves. And when they were 7 or 8 or 9, some neighborhood boys decided to try and steal their scooters from them. And
Oh,
Nova defended her little sister and clocked the 14 or 15-year-old kid in the face and gave him a
Good for
bloody
her.
nose. And she was like
Good.
12. She was like 12 when she just beat the crap out of this boy that was years older than her. Just smacked him hard, and they backed away and
Good.
ran. And they gave the scooter back, but they stole it off our porch later. But yeah. I
never took that
don't
again.
doubt that my daughters can protect themselves. I taught them minor karate moves, how to do a snap punch and things like that.
Did you get your scooter back?
No.
Little beasts.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know where they lived or anything like that. And it was, a cheap scooter, and I'm not going to create, any. I've learned in my neighborhood that if it goes on outside my front door, I don't pay attention to it anymore because I don't get involved in my neighborhood because I've had enough crazy neighbors. We have this immediately next door neighbor lady, and she was into firefighting, but she was as crazy as they come. She would be screaming
yeah.
at things in the living room at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Oh,
throwing
no.
her house furniture around. And I repeatedly had to call the sheriff because I thought somebody was in there beating her up because you were
Sure.
hearing
What are you
crashing
supposed to
furniture
do?
and screaming, So, after the third time of me calling the sheriff on that, she used to come over and break my sprinklers because my my sprinkler hit the side of her house. And
Oh,
No,
God.
no way.
you can't control water pressure. When I put
Right.
it out, it was not sprinkling on her house. And I was careful about that. But the water pressure changes and, a couple of splash. I mean, she's got aluminum or vinyl siding. It's not going to hurt it. And
Right. But still,
yeah, so she'd go over there and break my sprinklers over
Oh,
and over again.
That's
I
nuts.
think we've all had that one neighbor that's just a total, too
And
much.
when she moved out, she left her cat Ellie And Ellie's
Oh,
still
no.
there, and the people that live there now are outside feeding her. You can't get near Ellie, otherwise she'd be a long ago
Right.
an inside cat, but she still lives here. So we have 3 homeless cats that live in right immediate area. Kind of a sad thing, and it's good for them. We did not have a harsh winter this year, and
Yeah.
knock
No,
on
we
wood.
didn't.
We could still go cold. I don't know. I doubt it. I think we're heading towards spring on this side of this, the West Coast. But we'll see.
So we're heading for the warm time now, are we? Thank God.
We don't know what the groundhog has going for us right now. They could have some sort of a conspiracy going or something.
Everything's a conspiracy, Sam. You know that.
Yeah, the groundhog is in league with ET now. I'm telling you.
The groundhog is green, man.
Yep.
Mm.
I tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a very sore throat.
Oh man.
No, Sam.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Back to
Dude.
the Ricolas, Yeah, I actually have a pretty sore throat. I immediately the next morning after it's been 2 days since Nova's birthday, but
I'll
immediately the
take
next morning I
anything.
had a sore
A
throat.
runny nose,
Yeah.
a headache, but getting a
Just
sore
not
throat
a
has
sore
to be the
throat.
worst
Yeah,
when you're sick. Oh God.
And I kind of need to talk right now, so it's
Right.
important to do our show.
But
But
when you swallow that, oh God.
I've had the screen blown up the whole time. I had no idea the clock until just now. We just passed the 5-hour mark.
Oh,
Really?
Warm
Wow.
salt water. Thank you, Carol Ann.
Okay. Yeah, salt water will definitely help.
Yeah, that does work, and that's
Just don't
that's
swallow
why
it.
I'm drinking the Coca-Cola and that sort of thing with this, and I'm just doing that more. But I have my let's see. This is berry medley Ricola.
Mm.
It's like berries. I like the generic honey and lemon Ricola the best.
Yeah.
One of them with the store. Out here in Truck Stop Town, suburb of Missoula,
ah!
on the corner of Highway 12 and 93.
The dog
Yo.
just jumped on me. You think he wants to go out?
I think he wants to go.
Theo, you're stinky. You need a bath.
Hi,
How
Tara.
about
Sorry, I
that?
totally okay. I'm coming on for a quick hello if you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I
Okay.
got hot and I got dizzy and spinny, and so I walked away from the mic for a minute. And I had that when I first started this afternoon. I got really hot and out of the blue, and I'm tired. But I got up. at
Yeah,
5
I've been feeling like that too, Sam, where I get hot suddenly and cold. It's like it's not fun.
Well,
There's no happy medium.
The C virus has probably mutated, and we probably all had it 5 times. I know
Yeah,
that SARS
okay.
did the same thing, and that's literally the same kind of virus. The construct
Yeah.
of SARS and the corona are literally, twins or cousins. And by now, I know it's running around the country. And there was that. Remember, they had that announcement about the I think it was a Hunta. No, not Hunta is with
Yeah.
Ruda.
There's
The root of
it's
the-
called
is baby diaper.
Nipsey or Nipa or something like that.
Nipah virus, yeah.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. And that's the one where you puke your guts out for 3 days. And that was a variant of the flu mixed with the rotavirus, and now it goes around, and they actually
Hantavirus is God, that one's
They
terrible.
warn people at daycare services by putting a notice on the door that it is going around, but it's in really, really small print and type.
Right.
And of course, people. There are certain people that have to drop their children off every day for daycare.
Right.
And if I saw that notice, I wouldn't even let my child in there.
Right.
But we have super diseases now. People should be ready for it. I've had West Nile virus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a prevalent thing here in Vegas. There's signs everywhere, billboards, and just warning signs everywhere. Talking about don't let there be standing water near your home. The mosquitoes just.
I got bit on the cheek while I was mowing the lawn. I went to work, and within 2 hours, I was Just my ears were
Within
ringing.
2 hours.
Yeah, within 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And I literally had to have my boss drive me home because I couldn't even sit at work anymore. I couldn't even sit up in the chair. I was delirious for 5.5 days.
Whoa.
I lost 35 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
In 5 days?
Yep.
Holy shit.
I was feverishly sweating off everything. I couldn't even swallow water. My throat was clogged. I couldn't swallow. I'm amazed that I didn't die, and I should have been in the hospital. But at that time, my wife was not on board with reality.
Wow.
Yeah, she should have sent me. I should have, gotten the ambulance rider to take me to the hospital. But yeah, I lost 30 pounds. I got up, put my hands on my butt, and I didn't even recognize my own ass because my butt cheeks were gone. I mean, I lost. I was like, whose butt is this? This can't be my butt. I mean,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I lost
That's
30
funny.
pounds.
Sorry. That took a minute to do all that.
Almost killed me.
Two
No, that's
babies
okay.
are looking on me. Two of them are just like, one was looking through the window, like thinking, is she ever going to come back? Little guy. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Yeah, I
cat.
encourage people to
Service.
definitely.
I need food.
It's toxic, but I mean, deep woods off and everything. I would, if you live anywhere in the South right now,
Yeah.
in the southern part of the United States, from California to to Florida, I would not go outside now without deep woods off and stay away from the Zika virus, and because all of that is coming
Yeah.
up here now. I mean, we've got Africanized bees now, and we've got great white sharks off the coast of New York City.
Yeah, that's not normal.
No. Is Jillian still here? Yeah, she's still here. All right, cool. Well-
Tara said she's going to be ready soon.
Yeah, well, I heard you say you were tired, Sam, and not feeling well.
Yeah,
So-
I'm better. I mean, I momentarily got dizzy and overheated, and I ran to the
Yeah.
bathroom just in
Well-
case I was going to puke because I felt like I was gonna, and that's why I said I was stepping away. But if you
We
don't
can
have
definitely
anything more,
cut
we
it
can wind it
short.
up.
I'm okay with that if you'd rather do that.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
fine
Tara
with.
would
I'm
understand.
okay to do more if you want to go for another hour, or I can do that. No problem.
Oh, well,
It's up to you if you want to keep going, or we
Up
can
to
call it. Here
me.
we are at 5 hours.
I know. I mean, I'm tired too. Just be,
Sarah says, "Not yet." LOL.
really busy week. I
Hmm.
know I had a really busy week this week. I'm just like, God, I've been on the run like every day. I had, stuff. So, but anyway, I
It's your
don't,
call. It's your call. You do what you want to do.
oh, yeah, Tara, you want to plan on next Saturday? I feel bad. I know. It's like, I don't have just a tremendous things to watch. I could go find things to watch, but
Well, then we're done, and I
we could do that.
I don't have a lot of notes for
Don't be
this week.
sad, anybody.
My notes were talking about
Yeah.
Stephon Burns and the coronal hole that was on the sun.
Oh, yeah, that was
and
pretty cool.
Sorry.
then there is a new green
fine.
comet, C2026A1 MAPS MAPS. There's even another new comet. Let's see.
Yeah.
What's that?
There's a green comet, and then there's a new comet. I don't know what the designation number on that one. I haven't written it down yet, but going through my notes.
They're saying you should be able to see it anywhere on the planet. So
Right, yeah. It's quite. It's really.
I haven't seen it yet.
Green one. There
Where's
have been
that?
a few sightings in the sky, all over. the world.
I know in the sky, but like,
The green comet,
That's even better, Tara.
Cool.
and we covered the top talking about the Soviet era dead satellites turning on by themselves, even though they
That's
don't have
crazy.
a power source left to do so, but they're on.
That's
Hmm.
wild.
Well, they're
Who
calling
knows
them
what's
zombie
going on in there?
satellites because they're rising from the dead, and
Soviet era satellites have turned back on. Well, that's
it's on YouTube. You can
That's
look
right.
it up.
Tara Lynn got it figured
And
out.
that did happen. That did happen with Voyager 2 and
Yeah.
Voyager 1. They are the old systems turned on. I mean, they're at the edge of space. I mean, you know, it takes 2 hours just to get the signal out there. But old operating systems that long ago had been turned off all came back
Old
on.
operating systems.
And it's rewriting subtext, which Voyager
Shouldn't
1
be possible.
can't do because
Right.
you know, Commodore 64 level computing skill. You know, 64
Yeah.
bits. It's
These
computer
are antiquated systems. Like,
the old Capcom. Way
Yeah,
back
how would
when.
they come back online again?
I don't know,
That's the thing.
Jillian. I don't know.
Oh, well, not only that.
Let alone rewrite the software.
Yeah, and Voyager 2 is reporting that there's a very large, massive, invisible object next to them out there in space.
Oh.
There's something out there,
Ooh.
but they don't. They know it's there, but they don't know what it is. And they're talking about all kinds of other shit going on out there that they don't know what it is. And a lot of it is classified, so therefore they go around it, which is like.
I can't wait to see if it comes in and hangs out in Jupiter's.
Well, that's why
Goldilocks
Michio
zone.
Kaku, he said, you know, this empty area called X7, and then he used the term slingshot. You can't slingshot around nothing.
Right.
So, you know, he had to describe it, and he could have said bank turned, which of course would have also said that, excuse me, good comets don't bank turn, especially since the stress forces in physics would break it into a million pieces, but it didn't do that. It put off this unbelievable light, new signals hit Earth. The event, they're calling it the Cairo event. There was a machine that turned on underground in that area of Egypt, and now that whole area is cordoned off and restricted.
Oh, I wonder what that's all about.
Well,
Where-
there was
what
more
area
after
is
that.
that, Sam?
Well, there were more events after that as well. So literally through the 20th of this month, running all the way back from the 17th or so, things underground all over the planet started turning on.
Oh, I can't
That's
wait
crazy.
for something to happen. No, something's really got to
Well,
happen.
it's
now.
already
Like,
happening. We
come
just
on.
haven't compiled the information to. We know that 3i Atlas is signaling Earth and it's turning things on. We know that it terraformed Mars. We know that it's now gone around and done. You know, it's what 50th change in
Right.
in direction. Which
Apparently, it's gotten really bright. I thought it was on its way out of the solar system, but
right, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Stopped.
didn't.
And then it stopped rotation. I mean, the movement stopped, and then the rotation stopped, and then it started rotating the opposite way.
How's that
What?
possible? I mean, what
It's
kind of
not.
ship does that, Sam? Come
A
on, you
ship
could
that is
tell us
getting
at least
ready
what
to
kind of
do
ship does that.
Another jog. They stopped. They stalled. They put out. They contacted Earth, bombed it with a couple of these cycles, and you can look into the information. There's a couple of guys out there really talking about it.
Yeah.
Are they
Common
honest
Stone
guys?
stop
though, the guys you
rotation.
trust?
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
Suddenly.
it
sorry.
stopped, changed its to an anti-clockwise
Yeah.
rotation from a clockwise rotation, and then it's proceeding on. And that's the last of the movement that I heard. And of course, they're talking about it's heading toward Jupiter, but we don't know that yet because it's a long way to Jupiter.
Right.
So it could come back around and change directions yet. We don't know, or it's going to go land on Io and gross.
Right. Exactly. If it's a comet, it'll get ripped to pieces.
Yeah,
Um,
before it
Too
even
long
gets
ago.
the aisle.
So if it gets close enough to Jupiter without falling apart, then we're gonna know something
Well,
isn't
when it
right
hit
at all.
perihelium,
Yeah, we're going to
and
blow. We're going to blow Rebecca's mind here.
It went
I
behind the
know.
sun.
No, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I really need more evidence than what they're offering for Atlas. I just can't. I'm just over here, just like, I'm not seeing anything that just totally, seals the deal.
Well, the gaseous output alone is absolutely not a comet. The
Yeah,
amount of
they
nickel.
can show you anything. We don't know what. I'm not looking through that telescope myself with my
Well, but
telescope.
Worldwide amateurs were. This was really, really
I
popular.
don't trust
with the
those
world.
people either. I don't know who
That's
they
why
are.
it
I
got
don't know
out.
who they're working for. I'm serious. It's just that bad. The depth of their lies are so horrible. I just can't. I
Right.
can't.
You still got to go investigate, and then you take the
I
little
agree.
pieces that match, and those are accurate, and the rest of it you throw out. You watch
Yeah.
5 different guys, and you come up with one story that blends in the middle. And if you don't look because you're overly saturated with too much bullshit media, then you've already buried your head in the sand, and you can't do that. You
I
have to
just
keep
like to
investigating.
focus on what I can see and confirm for myself. I can't just
See,
take
Rebecca
Right.
loves her
Word.
planets and her
It's just some
comparisons.
stranger
And that's
to me.
comfortable.
just
That's
a stranger.
comfortable.
Tara's not a stranger. Thank you, Tara.
There's
No.
Sarah.
Thank you,
Right.
Tara.
Yeah, that's super thoughtful.
Mhm.
I can't wait till next Saturday. She'll be here early, she said.
Okay.
Earlier.
She
Cool.
says it's
Yeah,
her
Chris, we're
daughter's
gonna be
birthday
19
too.
before you know it, like me.
Happy
Oh,
birthday,
you
Tara's
guys,
daughter.
your daughter's birthday's
Oh,
in February.
Well, cool. That's neat. We find a little something. Something here.
So,
Christmas.
yeah, we got to get come up with that soundbite from Batman and Robin in the '60s where it goes da 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 da. You know, and they had the
Oh,
spinning.
Yeah,
App,
that's
app.
good.
Yeah,
And
we
we,
could
you
do
know, we
that.
need our spinning alien, and then we need that sound segment that goes da 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 da. I think we could probably
Yeah.
steal the contract without
Right.
getting in
For
trouble for that.
Gilman's.
It's pre-1973, so therefore the copyrights don't apply.
I would
Right.
think so.
Stella, you've been fighting again.
Are you saying for thank yous? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, just for a segue, you know,
For something
a
different.
funny segue
Mhm.
video that you can stick in between, la 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 la, you know,
Yeah.
as an attention grabber or something like that.
You want
Right.
one of
In
the,
that time,
the
So use
boys'
Sam Space to do
superhero
it?
goodies, Rebecca. One of the
7:34
boys.
for what?
superhero-
What does that mean, Tara? It's 7:34 at 7:34 a.m.
It's when her daughter was born, it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how sweet.
There we go.
yeah, I guess moms know those.
Figure that out.
On the 22nd,
Birthday,
see? So it's going to be
Okay.
Happy
tomorrow.
birthday.
Or well,
Nice.
isn't that
I know.
wild? That's the same day as
We gotta do mittens again.
Sharon's girl.
Oh, yeah?
Because Sharon's girl's birthday is Sunday as well as Eli.
Yeah, when Nova was born, we were in the
Look at my
hospital
glasses.
for 2 days. When
Yeah.
Shiloh was born, we were in the hospital for 5 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
That's nothing. Wow.
Yeah, but Nova was your
Right,
firstborn girlie.
Yeah, that's
so,
pretty
yeah.
fast labor. 5 hours.
Yeah, she was in her final labor with Nova for 2 straight days. It was
Oh.
Yeah.
insane. Oh, God.
Cute.
I can't even imagine what she went through. I know I was exhausted, but
Yeah.
Daddy's always there, like
and
carrying
then
the
we got our
slippers
little
and the dressing gowns
Nova.
and getting
her
screamed
name.
at.
Nova has her name because she is an exploding sun. She has that much energy. And then Shiloh, of course, is the Shiloh in Jewish terms is a resting place. It's an alcove in the wall, resting place for a holy artifact.
Oh,
That's what a Shiloh is.
okay.
And Shiloh is, even though we took the H off of it, it's Shilo, not ILOH. But we took the H off the end of it. But she is the resting place of a holy artifact. It's a great kid. Shiloh is a treasure, and Nova is very active.
Your chaos factor.
Yeah, I got 2 sides of the coin going here, and they're just awesome kids. Sorry,
Oh,
We know
can
you're
tell
proud of
that.
Sam.
You're
Yeah.
proud daddy.
Daddy
It shows.
binging, you're daddy binging. Daddies are allowed to do
Well,
that.
I have donated my life to 2 things: Montana Skywatcher and these kids.
Keeping your girls
And
safe,
we
just
don't-
like you knew you had
We
to.
don't get out of the Hermitage much. We stay in our little dusty cave and let all the grizzly bears run around with the mountain lions.
And the cats.
Yeah,
And the planets.
neighborhood cats. And I haven't seen a raccoon out here, and our turkeys are gone. The other day,
The
we had
turkeys
50
are gone,
deer
too.
in the field across from me. I've never seen 50 deer before at one time. It's like, wow. And they were running like a herd. I couldn't believe it. You'd think we were watching, migration of yaks or wildebeest or something. It's just amazing.
It was like
they were-
those deer that were here the other day as well. I wonder if it was all the same day.
Well,
One of
what's
the
weird
planet's
is the
frequencies
deer are
must be
usually
pushing them.
alone in small groups, 3 to 5. But this was an entire herd. Of course, there was no snow this year, so maybe their
Wow.
mating season changed, or whatever. So I don't. It's weird. That's all I know. It's weird. Everything's not normal. People, pay attention.
My
Entering
chat
the,
GPT says
free
3i
electron.
could be a free electron entering the atom, a fragment from the electron cluster, a scout or precursor particle.
I had
that sounds
thought of that.
interesting.
Thank you. A free radical electron. Yes, that is was one of my first thoughts, putting it to chemistry terms. But then it started
Yeah.
direction changing and changing speed and speeding up and slowing down. And then they got close-ups of it when it was, let's see, December or something. When it came back out from perihelion from behind the sun, they got a good close-up and they read it. And there's actually geometric shapes on the outside. It does not look anything like a mud ball of ice and dirt, which is what comets are. And then they also noticed that temperature change inside the interior was different from the exterior, which, by the way, they also talked about how it warmed up here recently. And in deep space, that can't happen unless it's a machine. This is a 3i Atlas is a machine, and most likely with
Unbelievable.
either it's a supercomputer or there are actual occupants.
Wow.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, that's
Everything
cool.
I've seen is absolutely a machine or a ship with people inside. By people, I mean space beings.
But if it was one
Because
of
it
these
came from outside of-
panspermiac like ships, wouldn't they be in deep spaces or something?
Well, depending, some species live for thousands of years.
Sure.
So, they don't need to do the space sleep unless they wanted to, cryo sleep. How long it would take us to get to Jupiter would be how long it would take to even get to Mars. And then
Mars is
there's
like
the fact that they never
almost
be
a
able to
year or
go back.
so, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Isn't
even
it? I
think
thought
go
it was
back
maybe
there.
2 years or something. Like
Yeah,
more
maybe
than
it's
a year.
2 years.
Mm.
Let's see.
Get back from Earth, to get back from Mars to Earth would take more fuel than they can
Yeah.
carry. So if you go to Mars, you ain't coming back
Right.
unless we get new ships, which they're
Or
working on.
Stargate.
They're working on a star drive, just like in Star Trek right now. There's
Right.
quite a few people that are doing different engines. A lot of business in the engine department on space engines. But
It'd be
I,
easier
Oh,
if
it
they just
depen-
got
yeah,
one
and
of
it
them
depends on how
Stargates
aligned
out of
the planet is.
Atlantis.
I think we're going to get extraterrestrial tech this time around. I really do. I believe we're being upgraded for a good reason. Let's just hope that they don't keep it to themselves in their deep, DUMBs. And
Bastards.
I
Sorry.
I've been down that long elevator, and wow. Yeah, and back then it might have been a good idea, but I think that they should man up and protect everybody. But who knows what's coming? We don't even know what's coming. But it's coming. It's here. We are completely in climate change, period, without a doubt. It's not on the way, it's here. And we're going to see that this summer.
When you're talking about, I don't know what's coming, are you meaning weather-wise or alien-wise?
Both. I don't know how drastic it's going to get. I don't know if they're going to be visibly awakening Earth. Because no matter what, there's going to be some people that won't believe it. Even if they do, land in the middle of Fenway Park or something like that, and like the day the Earth stood still. But even then, there's going to be people that want to shoot them or won't believe that they're real, which Mayflower syndrome. And we lost Christopher.
Whoops.
It depends on who the source of the information that's sharing it is, really.
Well, I hope our world leaders are prepared to actually interact with them in a sane manner rather than in a hostile, aggressive manner. It's not a good
Let's
thing.
hope
that I
they've
see.
grown up a bit more.
Yeah.
Well, if the current administration in the United States were to have contact with them, I don't think we would fare very well. I think they'd laugh at him for one thing. But
You can laugh at him and leave us
I didn't
alone.
know Anissa was here. Anissa.
Hey.
Cool.
howdy.
Yes,
I think
Anissa. Yes, a
It's
Stargate. I
Stargate.
reckon.
Mm-hmm.
So we ticked off another half hour, and I'm gonna
There we go.
vote for that we be done, and
Wrap it up, Sam.
hope
Yeah.
everybody comes
Okay.
back again next week. And of course, keep reporting everything you're seeing. Take pictures. Go outside, watch, look for yourself, learn for yourself. Excuse me, dry throat. The big thing is once you it's for yourself, you learn.
Yes.
Got a sneeze going here too. So
Uh-oh.
anyway,
Uh-oh, I think you better
That's the
get
big
yourself
finale. Not
sorted,
you.
Sam.
Yeah.
but you too.
Well, thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here today, and thank you for
Yeah.
listening.
It's been great.
I appreciate you guys so much. It's not me doing this; it's all of us that are doing this.
Right. That's the fun part. For real.
Yeah, absolutely, it's
I
fun.
love it. I love what it's growing
And
into.
yeah, it is a little bit addictive. I mean, my God,
Little
I've been doing it for 16 years, and
I
it felt
know.
Then when you
five.
realize it's real, it's
My new
awesome.
mission.
Carol Ann said I had a sky disease.
I've
is
got
that,
a new
Julian?
mission.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is it? It's
Well,
blurry.
you can't really see it. It's like it's
A poster?
no, it's for the window.
Okay.
Oh, the see-through, the light. You can
For
see through it, but it'll
diagnosing.
block the light. I thought it was a roll of Christmas
Yeah.
wrap or something like that.
Yeah, I know. The last time I Christmas wrapped, Sam knew exactly what was in
I
it.
All right.
Okay.
You did.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
DJ,
rebel.
I made it the whole show. Can you
She's
believe
a
it?
You
rebel.
did it.
Hurrah!
Yay.
I don't work tomorrow, so there's always method in my madness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Well,
know again
all right,
next
Sam.
week.
Let's go ahead.
Hopefully
and
Thomas will
and do all
Wake
that.
up in an hour and see that we're off.
Yeah.
Good
Good
night,
night,
Thomas.
Thomas.
I think Thomas is awake. Like this is like the Waltons, like night job.
Yeah. Night, Michelle.
All
Good.
right.
I'm glad you're still
Good night, everybody.
Good
Okay.
night.
Good
Got
night.
my hand
We'll
on
see you
the
guys
red
in the groups, and we'll talk to y'all next weekend.
Yes,
Bye.
be good out there. Go look for the planets and let us know what you
There's
see.
CJ.
Send in your
Indeed,
suggestions.
DJ.
Like, subscribe, and be sure to hit the
Carolyn.
notification button. That way, Rebecca can get her little
Yeah, do all
knock on
that
the
good
wall.
stuff for us.
And
Where did Chris
Mom,
disappeared again?
Popped off.
all right.
And Anissa. Okay, Sam. Well, I'll probably be talking to you sometime during the week.
Okay.
If I go
Yep.
live and all that stuff,
And yes,
Take care of
Julian, I
yourself,
slept.
Sam. Go and
Now
get
I'm
something
awake.
like
Oh,
honey.
Sam.
Bye-bye.
We were yelling at you. Wake up, and so we're signing off
that's
now.
funny. Bye. Bye, Sam.
Good
Okay.
night.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Night, night, Thomas. Night, Sam.
Oh, that's so funny. There they all go.
Jeez, that was fast.
Wow.
They all vanished.
I know. Yes. Chris popped out of here. It's frustrating that I wish you all could see. I took pictures to send to StreamYard. The area that I get to see of your comments is not even the width of two comments, like two people's. It's terrible. I'm like, how can I really man a show?
Shame, it's
you
not
know?
like that at all.
Yeah, I said I need to see a whole stream of comments, not just barely, not even two. And then there's words. I took pictures. I'm gonna send it. I really am gonna try to get them to make some corrections. I don't know. I'm like, it's just not.
When you pay for a
Good.
service, you want to be able to be
Yeah.
comfortable doing
And this
it.
one is way more expensive than another one, but it's easy. It's user friendly. The other one's pretty complicated. But hey, maybe I could learn, and we could just switch. I don't know. It's a big deal. Anyway, I would hate to miss your comments, but that's what's on my end. There's my kitty cat.
Half past 2 a.m., like
My
20
boxing
to
cat.
3 here. It's 20 to 3 a.m.
But Jesus is still listening, probably. So good deal. And Robbie maybe still be out there, possibly. I think that's the gist of most people hanging out right now. I'm sure we have 25 people here with us, so that's awesome. So thank you guys for,
Yeah, it's night, night, Caroline.
joining us for show 155. And DJ already pointed out next Saturday will be the 28th, the last day of February. And just think about it. I mean, we're almost like a third of the way through the year. It's like, it's going to be like that. This year is just going to zoom by.
It's just weird, isn't it? I mean, it's
Hopefully
like
the hot part's
22.
been by.
I can't believe it's 23 here, and I was kind of getting sleepy when it got to about 2 a.m. But then
Yeah.
kind of proud. Oh, I've left the dogs outside. No wonder.
Oh, girl, you better get. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the buttons. You take care of your dogs.
Yeah, they're going to be all wet again. They're going
I
to be in the
know.
kitchen crying and going.
All right.
They do this tragic under their breath crying,
Yeah.
and then they stick their snouts through the baby gate and they look at me accusingly, like, "I'm
Yeah.
so cute, mommy. Look at me."
Of course they are. Of course they are. I know, and it feels that way. I mean, I know it.
It feels like
I don't have
time
any
is
proof for
speeding,
that,
like
but-
something weird is going on, and that if you take
It's just hard on us.
notice of if you don't want something to go past a certain time limit on the clock, if you're looking at it, don't move, you can actually make that thing stay there for like long enough, and then boom, it just goes really fast after that.
I know. It's not, I mean, there has to be something to it in a way because so many more people are thinking that, or is
But
it
time must be
being-
getting squished as well as the planet, as well as being tilted.
Yeah.
Although they say
Does seem like-
to the aliens, time is not relevant because there is no time.
Right. There's no such thing
Because
as
past,
time.
present,
Yeah.
and future are all one, which
Just now.
in remote viewing that they say as well, like past, present, and future is all one to a remote viewer.
Mhm.
It's just whatever they see or whatever
My mind's just
impression.
going like that.
Ah,
Oh, blow up, DJ. Watch out. Oh, it's funny. I know outro teaser. Actually, DJ, I can't say I'm in the works on it yet, but I have it it's planned. An outro. I have the outro planned. So it shouldn't be too much longer. I'll have it. And then every time I hit the end button, it'll automatically, I guess, go into a video, the outro video. So
yeah, if we have an intro, we need an outro.
I know. So yep, got that going on. I like the way you think. We think alike. So
I keep getting tickled by something, and I realized it's this thing.
what? This music, actually, you know why? It's because it's made by the same artist. Yep, the same
Yeah.
artist. This song and our intro
The
song.
synthesizing stuff. The
Uh-huh.
synth.
I like it. I know I kind of picked out a song for an outro, but I'm afraid it's a little bit too exciting. I love it. To me, it's like a rave or something, but it might be a little bit too much. I'm going to think about it. I might
I
have
know, Tara, it hurts your brain thinking about these
Huh?
metaphysical things like time and time dilation and all that
Like,
stuff.
would
Like,
it
is it
startle
real?
people? I don't want it to startle people if they're like,
No, you don't want. You're
relax.
talking about music, and Tara's talking about
Well,
the
even,
time
you know,
dilation.
It was a little excitable, but I do like it. I can't.
Hmm.
I'll have to play it. I'll send you a copy, DJ. You have to tell me what you think. Yeah.
DJ into the synths as
Sneak
well.
peek. Yeah, I'll get
Into the tunes, man, DJ.
He'd be like, "That's horrible." Be honest. Tell me what you think about it. Oh yeah, actually, I thought about this one too. This one is acceptable. And if you like this one, I think you would like the one I'm thinking about.
Oh, have you got another one you're thinking about?
I'm thinking about it. Yep. So anyway,
Contemplating.
I know we got fun things happening all the time.
Okay.
So, well, all right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do what we do and get out of here and let you guys go do what you do, and have a good rest of your evening. And I know
Stella says night
go
night.
to bed. Yeah, go to bed. And we'll be back next Friday. I say Friday, next Saturday. But during the week, there's a good chance you might see me again. If the sky looks gray, we'll see. It's supposed to be back up in the 60s. Sam is forecasting snow. I don't know when, but that'd be crazy if it did. 60 and snowing? No, I'm kidding. That'd be crazy. All right. Well, here we go, guys. Y'all take care. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye, baby.
Stella says bye.
Stella. I can't tell Stella and Grace apart. They're basically the same kitty cat.
Yeah, but
Thank you,
one's
Jay.
bigger.
You'll message me, Tara said. Okay, Tara. I'll message you about. Okay. Yeah, do that. I'm going to plan on you being here next Saturday. Maybe you have a sunset you could show us even.
Whoa,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll do like that. Because that's, we all love that.
Yeah, she's got
What's
that
this?
open view.
Sky disease. She runs over the cats to get to the I know. It's true. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. No, stay back. Can't go out. Yeah. Honestly, I can tell Mittens no. She literally stops in her tracks when I tell her no. That's unusual. Usually cats do not care if you're speaking to them. And she's highly intelligent. So,
So,
and the
yeah, she's
playing
like these
helps
dogs.
too.
And the dogs are still
no.
outside, so I'll have to go and get the
Yeah,
dogs.
okay, Julian. I'm gonna hit the button. We can just carry
All
this on
right.
for hours
Can
and
hear
hours.
them crying outside. I'll get shot for
Eh,
my animal's been
All
out
right.
at 20 to 3 in the morning.
Okay, Julian. Well, thank you too, and we'll be back next Saturday, everybody. Y'all take care. Love
Yes.
y'all. Bye bye.
Good night, everybody.
Here we go. Yep.
Bye.